right, we're here. Hello. Welcome to Hobby Vomit. We're back for another movie club. I'm Matt, and I'm here with my brother.
Pat, I like the movies.
Like the movies. So, if you saw from the title, we got two exciting movies to talk about coming off of Halloween. We got The Others, which is a 25-year-old classic. I don't know. It's one of those that I feel like literally everybody has seen the cover. I was convinced I had seen it until I started watching it.
Because part of like horror, the
psychological
horror like catalog that I don't know.
The cover's
it's
pretty
like up there. Cover's good,
and I feel like there might be a couple other movies out there that have similar names. Maybe like there's like The Uninvited and whatever.
I think the iconic imagery we'll talk more when we get into it, but it was parodied in Scary Movie 3 was somebody under the blanket playing with like the little kid's toy.
Oh,
I think it's
yeah.
that's like the iconic imagery of this movie.
I guess I didn't even I guess I didn't put the two and two together. That was from that's what they were spoofing in Scary Movie 3. That's funny.
On Scary Movie 3, who is it? Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Holds up.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah. That's funny. And then we're talking about my champion, the movie I've been championing from championing. How do you say
that? Championing. That's hard.
Championing. Since the beginning of our movie club, Black Phone 2. And we'll talk about that, whether it was good or not, how we liked it. If it's
another horror classic.
Another new horror
entry
classic.
The horror classic catalog.
That's right. Infamous what do they call it? The character. Icon. A horror icon. True horror icon.
An icon of horror, the Grabber. Unforgettable,
yeah. So if you've not been here before, welcome, and we're just gonna go through our normal thing. So we're gonna talk about two movies. Before we go into each movie, we'll just do a very brief, spoiler-free, what we gave it star-wise, and maybe just a sentence or two of what we thought, and then we will go deep dive into spoilers. We're gonna start with The Others, and then we're gonna do Black Phone, and if there's time, we are gonna maybe talk about The Running Man, since we both saw that. But normally we just kick it off with kind of just chatting about anything else we've been watching, maybe some trailers we're excited about coming up, or anything like that. So anything else you've watched lately, or any trailers that happened before Black Phone 2 that spoke to you?
Yeah, I'm looking through. I can jet through a couple of them. I believe since the last time that we were on here, but rewatched The Silence of the Lambs, which is as good as remembered. It is truly like a perfect movie. Just works so well in so many ways. And Jodie Foster's Clarice Starling is just one of the best like protagonists. Just so good. Has like influenced so much. So really enjoyed that. I did finally see Late Night with the Devil. Can't remember if I told you.
No,
I think
you
I might have. But finally got around to that, and I liked it. It's about what I expected. Like middle of the road, really great premise. It's a long time to ask for it to hold up that premise. It's cool that they're like, we're going to do a real-time talk show, but because it's real-time, you get some pretty slow, dragged like sections. But I think the payoff is worth it. The very end of it is definitely worth sticking around for.
What do you... sorry, before we move to the next one.
Yep.
That movie had a very large amount of controversy because of the AI usage in the movie, which I think since they've changed. So I'm guessing the version you saw was no longer had the AI.
It looked like it was, but I don't know. You're saying they went back and somebody actually
said they went
new ones?
I think they said they went back and did it because of all the uproar. But do you know what parts were AI before?
My understanding was it was like the little segments in between, like just like the coming back from commercial, and it had like like the little spooky skeleton and
like a flash on the screen for like 1 second.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it's definitely one of the more least offensive ways you could use it, and I think
people
what
are up
people
in
don't
arms over that.
Of course, I can see it both ways. Where people don't understand everything with movie making comes down to money as much as people don't want it to
Yeah,
be.
it's a
You
low
want it to be
budget.
about the art, but it's all about the money, and you have to completely prioritize money towards certain things. And if you have a low budget movie like this, yeah, you're having to really take a close look. So if this is something you can save a lot of money on, could be worth it. Now, could you find someone out there that probably would have done those for like probably not that much money? Probably. It's not like they were
Yeah.
anything crazy, but for the sake of time, and I don't think I would have even noticed if I
It's not like they're
didn't know.
depriving an artist of like more than like $40 worth of work or something like that. It's not like they're
Right, right.
making an artist lose their job or something. But
No, no.
people
Yeah,
people treat it like the whole movie was AI, and then
no,
they'll go
yeah,
watch
it's
something
silly.
like Avatar and be, you know, they don't care about the AI usage in that.
Yeah.
It's a different type of AI, but still, AI is
Right.
in the
It's just
in all
early.
stuff. Yeah,
We're just early in the process. Like at some point, there will become an art to the AI, right? It's like how you're plugging it in, how you're adjusting things. So it is what it is. If anything, I wonder, did it help or hurt the movie?
I think
Because
it.
it
I
also
think
might
the
just got
director
people
kind
on.
of said it hurt.
He did say,
I
I
think
can see
that's why
this
they're
on
like,
people's radars.
we're gonna fix it. Well, it definitely blew it up, but all the, I think a bunch of people were just like, we're not seeing it. We're not gonna watch it.
Mm.
We're gonna boycott it.
Interesting.
So, but it's kind of become like a cult, a bit of a smaller.
It's good.
cult
It's
classic,
good.
but
I like it. I don't know that I would sit through it again. It's a very long watch, and I think also one of the weakest part of the movie is that lead actor. I don't think he's that good. He's
I like
very
him.
okay, and it's a tall order. I think
Yeah.
to hold it down. He's not bad, but he's not amazing. But yeah, I thought the payoff was great. We can give a quick shout out to both of us who watched Casa Bonita Mi Amor.
yeah, yep.
Which I highly recommend. One of the best documentaries in recent times about the South Park creators purchasing and revitalizing the greatest restaurant in the world, Casa Bonita. Definitely worth a watch if you can find it. I did watch We Live in Time, which is the Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh movie that was memed for the really funny horse on the carousel image. Not worth it. And then the final thing I would
Worth it
final
for
two
that,
things
though?
that no, not at all. Two other things I watched. I did watch Begonia, which I did really enjoy. Begonia a lot. Yorgos Lanthimos' new film. It's not perfect, but he's just someone out there just making great, unique, interesting stuff using Emma Stone, who's maybe top 3 actors working right now. She's just like everything she does is amazing.
Yeah.
Then obviously Jesse Plemons. So those were great. And then I rewatched one of my favorite documentaries of all time. It's called Dear Zachary, a letter to a son about his father, I think is the
It's the Dear Evan Hansen
tagline.
prequel.
Yeah. Have you ever watched this? I can't remember if you've seen it.
No, I hadn't. I hadn't even heard of it till I saw you logged it, and I kind of.
It's really
Saw
good. I
one.
watched it a couple times. It somewhat deals with true crime, but this is one that came out way before all these, and is one of the most frustrating things you'll ever watch. It's definitely like you want to feel something. This is the movie to
Yeah.
watch. So
I bet
really
Bree would
good.
like it. So yeah, maybe we'll watch it together.
it's great.
Yeah.
But
I watched
about
quite
you?
a few things since then. It's been about a month, so I watched or we went and saw Shelby Oaks, which was 2-star for me. Not very good. Jennifer's Body I finally watched for the first time. That was just one of those movies that like I never was interested in it because I thought it was something different than it was, but it was really fun. I gave it a 3-star. I had a good time.
About where I am, 3 stars. It's been kind of like rediscovered, and I was expecting it to be like 4.5. Like, this is, and I was like, it's good. It's like
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
see why I didn't do super well. It's like a fun little cult one to like throw on.
Yeah.
Shit, Megan Fox is good. It's definitely like you're like, oh, she can be really good in the right thing.
Yeah. And the whole
She just
like
wasn't
indie
into
music spin of it was just hilarious to me. And the song
Yeah.
they kept playing that one song
The
over
same
and over
song.
again. It's a hilarious song, and yeah, I thought it was good. It was almost it's like kind of like nah, it's not really. I was gonna say it's kind of like a horror Scott Pilgrim ish, but it's not really. But
It reminded me, I think I told you, of Ginger Snaps when we watched
Yeah.
Ginger Snap.
yep,
It has like a similar tone or vibe a
Yeah.
little bit.
just
Reminds
like
me
high school like transformation with like sex appeal kind of.
Like kind of emo goth girl vibe energy a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't know,
Yep.
but it's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We went and saw the 50th anniversary or 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. 40th, I think.
40th. That sounds probably.
I think it was the 40th.
25.
Probably first time I'd
85.
seen it. Yeah, I think so. First time I'd
Yeah,
seen it since I was like, I don't know, 12, 10, and loved it. I mean, it's just like a movie. And we had a really good time. I didn't really remember much of it at all, but it was super fun. There's like the weird like incestual part of it, which is like funny, but also like weird. But I think it's handled mostly pretty well. But yeah, so that was fun. I showed a couple of my buddies Drag Me to Hell. We were supposed to watch The Exorcist together because neither of them had seen it, but then they pulled Exorcist from like every streaming network, November 1st, so we weren't able to. So we pivoted to Drag Me to Hell, which I think wasn't a hit for them, but I love it. I think, yeah, I don't know. I love it. I love Sam Raimi. I think it's just fun, like capital F fun. It's cool effects, goofy effects. Some of them are borderline bad, but that's Sam Raimi. I mean, you look at Evil Dead. It's just some of it's way over the top. Justin Long, like, feels like this is kind of like the beginning of him finding his like perfect niche of gonna be only in horror movies that are also comedies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's great in it. I think the lead is really good in it. I don't know what really ended up happening with her.
See, she's my least favorite part. I think she's
You don't like her?
a big. I don't. I think she's part of the reason it didn't work for everybody. I think she's just okay, but also maybe not even as much her. She even just like the character, like she's just kind of a bland character. There's not much to her, or something. I don't know, but I remember not loving her when I rewatched it. I think she's just not a great actress or anything. But
I like her. I think
the highs of there's some really high highs in the movie, and it's like one of the grossest movies I can think of in recent memory. Like everything with the gypsy woman is just disgusting. Like snot and slobber, teeth. You're just like constantly like, ugh. Yeah. One of the best endings of all time for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's what really makes it stick. So
I don't know, for whatever reason. I normally am like, especially with horror. I guess you're kind of led to believe, or you're just trained to expect endings a certain way. But the first time I watched it, I did not see it coming. But both the people I watched it with were like, "Oh yeah," like we knew it was coming. I was like, "Man, that kind of sucks." Like to me, that's like the high. That was such like an awesome part for me was when it just the switch right at the end is just so good. A great final shot.
I was gonna say, I feel like even if you maybe knew it was coming, I don't think you're ready for like the visuals. Like the visuals are very intense, and very like compact into this moment that is very shocking.
Yeah, I love the ending. I just love it. It's one of those movies that like I rate higher than probably it deserves, but I love it. So that's a fun. 4 out of 5 for me. Yeah, Casa Bonita, I gave 3.5. I don't know if I think it's one of the best documentaries. It's very interesting. I don't know if any part of the documentary part of it was special. It just was such an interesting thing.
The form is nothing special, but the subject is worth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think the subject it's worth. Someone and this is speaking from two people that don't watch South Park, never really loved South Park, but kind of appreciate them as humans and what they kind of do for their art, I guess. And so you don't have to be a South Park
childhood fan. Alive. No, you don't at all.
So worth watching even if you're not a South Park fan. And then the last thing I watched was on the plane ride home. I was just looking for something, and I finally got to watch Stop Making Sense, which the Talking Heads like reissue. I guess I didn't realize it was
24.
A24.
They distributed it. Yeah.
It was great. I loved it. Yeah, I was surprised at how much. I feel like when you think about Talking Heads, you think about Burning Down the House and Psycho Killer, and really, but there were quite a few more songs I was like, oh yeah, that is the Talking Heads. And like it opens with Psycho Killer acoustic, which is like honestly, I mean at first I was like, man, I wonder if this was before that song blew up, because that's a ballsy thing to. It'd be like if Bon Jovi came out and we're like, we're gonna play Don't Stop, or not Don't Stop Believing, or whatever. Journey came out and said we're gonna play Don't Stop Believing with the singer and acoustic guitar.
Just
Everyone be
Steve
like,
Perry.
that's cool, but like I want the full band, like it's a song that's what it's about. So I found that curious, but yeah, it's just fun. It's just you can't not watch it and smile, even if you don't love the music. The vibes are just so good that I had a great time. So I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Super Gal say if people don't know about it, it's considered one of the best concert films of all time. We have a connection because it was directed by Jonathan Demme, who directed Silence of the Lambs. This is the same guy.
Really?
And so I think that's a huge part of this is it's a filmmaker that made this. And if you're not familiar, it does something really cool where, you started off with David Byrne just playing Psycho Killer on a stage. He brings out like a boombox, I think, and then it's just him and the guitar. And then each song after the next song, it's him and I think the lead guitarist, a girl comes out, plays with them. Yeah. Third song, another band member's added, and each progressive song, there's slowly one band member by band member building up to the full band. It's pretty big, so it takes like a while.
7 songs for the full band to be out there, which
so that adds a lot.
I've seen things like that before in like. By the end of the first song, everyone's out there, but like it was like 30 minutes before the full band was out there. And the stage is also being built simultaneously from song to song, which was pretty cool.
I think that I'm wondering if Psycho Killer as an opener was just simply because it was the one that he could do solo. Like if any other one by himself just doesn't sound good, or if it was just a gutsy move. I'm pretty sure they shot the whole thing over a couple nights. And Psycho Killer is the only one that they didn't film. They filmed outside of the live concert. Like I think just Jonathan Demme and him filmed that on their own, like later, and inserted it or something.
I see.
But it's really great, and you get the iconic Dave Byrne in the oversized suit, and everything with that is so funny. All the songs are good. Everything's great for me. There's one moment I don't like. David Byrne leaves, and you have the other guy sing the one song.
I like that song.
It's a lot of people do. I don't dislike it. I just like
a radio.
It's a
DJ.
noticeable drop for me where I'm just like, okay, let's go back to like. There's a reason David Byrne is the front man of this band. Yeah. But yeah, it's fantastic and it's filmed super well. And even if you don't like Talking Heads, I feel like you come away appreciating it and are interested. You're like, I want to know more about this band. These guys are funky. It's just weird. You're like, what the hell is this music?
But like, it's like Brie was sitting next to me on the plane and. Every once in a while, I'd see her watching, and then just like look at her, and we both just kind of like smile. Like you can't not, exactly.
Burns in the suit.
Yeah, you can't not. And they're constantly dancing. They're all smiling, and like they're just having it's like infectious. They're just having a great time, and so you see the audience having a great time, and yeah, it's one of those. I think as long as you appreciate music generally, I think you could watch it and like have a good time, even if you don't walk away with it thinking I'm going to listen to Talking Heads now. You'll still, I think, appreciate it for what it is at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was glad to finally watch that.
He did like an off-Broadway or something, or maybe it was in a different city, but he paired up with another filmmaker in recent years, Spike Lee, and it was kind of like I think it was just like David Byrne. It wasn't Talking Heads, but there's like a whole like marching band and stuff with him, and it's not as good, but it's also still pretty enjoyable. He's just like a one-of-a-kind person.
He is. It's the whole time all I could think of was like, I like the Talking Heads, but I'm very surprised they broke through.
Of course, yeah.
It's
weird music. It's just like, like what's the famous one, the water one? I don't know why I'm blanking on it. It's like
Once in a Lifetime.
Yeah, Once in a Lifetime. Like it's the strangest
that one's catchy
song.
Though. It's super.
It's catchy. But the lyrics are weird as hell. Like for your average
yourself.
Radio, like your radio listening. I can't see people like commuting to work like
are you my wife?
Yeah. It's just like weird. I like it, but it's just surprising that like any of those songs became like hits. Is strange.
I feel like if you listen to a lot of like classic rock, the lyrics are not the high point. They're all
but they're very accessible to the everyman. It's like I work too hard. I can't wait for the weekend.
About like love.
I drink my beer.
No,
I love women.
Well, I feel there's a lot of that with the classic rock.
Like straightforward. Like I feel like his is more esoteric and more existential and just like even that song. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I think I would guess a lot of because I would also put the Pixies into the same boat as them. of just like weird. I'm surprised they broke through. Weird, very weird lyrics. Crackety Jones, crack, crackety Jones. Like, just yeah. To me, it's more of just like, I think with Talking Heads and with the Pixies, it's more of just like a sonic energy that is fun and it's like good. I couldn't tell you any of the lyrics from most of those bands, but like they're fun to listen to. I think the lyrics kind of take a backseat, just like pop music. I mean, pop music, no one's sitting there like Sabrina Carpenter's lyrics are next level. It's just like, it's a pop song. It's super fun to listen to, and that's fine sometimes. You could just kind of, lyrics are the least important part, at least for that's how I view it. But so yeah, it was that was fun to watch, and that's really all I've watched. But I gotta tell you, we had some rough trailers before The Running Man. I think 0 good ones, and a lot of sequels.
Yeah.
Friday Nights at Freddy's 2 looks trash.
I didn't see that.
Absolutely terrible. It's like they got out of the pizza place and now they're loose. That's like the premise.
Did you watch the first one?
No.
Okay, I won't see.
Okay, maybe that happens in that one too. But it's Josh Hutcherson with this like dyed pitch black hair that he's rocking right now, and I'm like, he does look young. I think his face just looks young, but it's like the black hair is just a choice and not a good one. But so we saw the trailer for that. Did you see the trailer for Primate?
Yes, that was wild.
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it looks. It's like it could be fun.
It could be fun.
It looks mostly bad.
Yeah.
It's just the look of the monkey, the ape. Is just,
yeah.
I don't know what to think of it. It's strange.
It is strange, which I can appreciate that. It's just supposed to unsettle you, I think, even from the get-go, which it does. But like, I'll say I appreciate original horror being made.
Yeah.
Always. So at least there's that going for it, but it just doesn't look very good. And like there's like the scene of the girl. It's like he's chasing her outside, and she gets in the car and doesn't have her keys for whatever course. She makes the call, and then the monkey's got the keys, and he like opens the car and gets in.
He's like doing the lock, isn't he?
Yeah, she locks it manually, and then like he unlocks it, and then he pops the trunk, and she's on the phone. She goes, he found me. It's just like, come on.
Like the camera.
Yeah, it's like the slow.
You see him like right next to.
It's almost like the the Conjuring scene. You know when he first
with the Darth Moth. Yeah.
And it almost like slides into view, and it does look creepy. But like, who would say that? He had already found you.
Right.
You know he's out there. Right. Like, and what are the police gonna say? What is that cluing? I don't know. Just the dialogue looks terrible.
It's bad. But yeah, it's all the actors look bad. And then I end with like the two friends come to the house to help, and they're like screwing around in the bed or something. And he's putting his face through like the little screen.
Yeah, which I feel like the way I could see it going, that I think actually could be good, because it's a girls' trip and and the boys are off somewhere else, just a girls' trip. And I could see it going wrong very early on, and he kills them all. Yeah. And then you get like a second half of the movie where the boys come, and then he starts picking them off one by one, which I feel like I'd like that. Instead of just like a classic, the girls are there, and he just picks them off one by one. That's the whole movie. But I like them getting in the pool. It's a smart idea.
Yeah, the pool is fun.
How they'll get out of that. But I don't have a lot of hope, but I'll probably see it.
I would see it. I would definitely see it.
Yeah. It's like they took the scene from Nope and said, let's make a whole movie out of it.
Yeah.
Which could be it could be interesting. It's just I feel like the most interesting part about it is the premise, the idea. The execution doesn't look great, but
no, it doesn't.
The most offensive trailer we saw was Greenland 2. Did you get that trailer?
No.
Oh my god. I didn't even know there was a Greenland 1.
I say, is it actually a sequel?
I don't know, because it's like a post-apocalyptic movie where like a comet strikes the Earth, and they have holed up in this bunker in Greenland. That was like the safest place, and it's Gerard Butler, I think, and the love interest from Deadpool. I don't know either of their name. Well, I'm not positive it's Gerard Butler, but anyways, so they hole up there and like everyone's just there, but they find out like the environment is gonna basically take them out, and it keeps getting worse and worse. But they find out inside the crater, life has been like sustained. It's still like the storms don't affect inside this huge crater, so they're gonna have to travel there. But yeah, so if I don't know if it's like an actual sequel, I don't know how it could be, or it's just called like it's no longer Greenland, it's Greenland 2.
That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
It's got a subtitle too. Let me see. Greenland 2 Migrate. No, it is Greenland 2020 film with the same people, Gerard
Really?
Butler and Morena Baccarin.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a 2.9 Letterboxd, and this one's Greenland 2 Migration. So maybe the first one was just them getting to the bunker, and maybe that was they showed some of that in the trailer. It was just a rehash of the first movie, but my god, it looks terrible.
Yeah, I did not get that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. We had one more, like either sequel or Blumhouse. Blumhouse is cranking them out, and I can't remember, but it also didn't look like there wasn't a single one that we normally. There's at least one movie I'm like, yeah, I'd see that, but none.
The only thing I got that I liked was the new Avatar Fire and Ash trailer.
Yeah, we didn't even get
There's
that.
a new one. It was good.
Yeah.
And the most notable part that got me excited was you get more of whatever the Ash leader's name is. It's cult leader. And she specifically says something about like we were in trouble, and I called out to Awa, their deity, their god, and Awa did not respond. And I was like, okay, so that seems to be her motivations, that she's a bit kind of atheistic on Pandora of like, where was the help for us? And I like that. I think that's pretty interesting motivation. So it got me excited. I was sitting next to our friends Count Savannah, not huge Avatar fans. They were not excited at all.
That's funny.
But I'm interested, and it comes out soon. It's crazy.
It
almost
is
here.
crazy. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it looks good. We also did get that trailer before Black Phone 2, but not before Running Man. Although I would have liked to. The only other thing we got, and then we'll jump into the others because I know we've been chatting for a bit, was the stupid ass Xfinity internet Wicked commercial where it's like who's the freaking guy from Wicked?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, and he's like driving with his son.
Yeah,
and at the very end, it's like him whispering into his phone, "Give me everything wicked," and I'm just
it's pretty bad.
It's so crazy, and that's for internet. Like, what the fuck? It's so stupid.
I think it's like his actual son, so everybody loves
it. Is, and he's terrible in it, and so is his actual wife and other son that they video chat. They're all terrible. I'm just like, first of all, don't subject your children to that. Like, that's gonna be their first appearance in an Xfinity commercial. Like, come on, he sucks.
Yeah, I'm just kind of over the Wicked thing. I'm ready for it to pass. I know that right now many people tonight are probably there having a great time.
Tonight the release?
I think it's out. Yeah, sorry, today or probably. I think there was.
It was showing yesterday when we went to see Running Man. But yeah, I've only ever heard that the second half of the play is worse. So it's like it's hard to get excited.
There's supposed to be like two new songs. I'm just like over Cynthia and Ariana. I'm over it. Done.
And
don't care anymore.
The other Everything Everywhere All at Once lady. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh. She's also part of the she's like they've added her in.
They've added her in, yeah. And she's also like lost scary amounts of weight. Like everyone's
it looks
like
so
really,
unhealthy.
really
Yeah, it's like concerning.
It's just so weird. I'm just kind of over the whole. I'm like, what does Cynthia do?
She protects.
Maybe she did more. Did she? Yeah, like did she save kids or something? Like I don't. People like worship this person. I know she had a career outside of Wicked. I think she's
Holly Gibney in the in the Outsider TV show. She's great.
Right. And I want to say someone told me she came from The Color Purple. on stage and stuff. But I just don't. I
I thought
don't
she was
get it.
good in the first one too. I mean, like I think the what's the famous song?
In which part?
One.
Defying Gravity is
Defying
the end
Gravity.
of.
She crushed it though.
Yeah.
It was like
Cool.
a
I'm like a
emotional.
worshiper.
No, I know, but I mean, like
People
I'm,
are like, tell me everything about your life. It's like, you sang really good. That's cool. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. I don't care.
I think
Like,
it's
just
yeah,
a weird.
yeah. It is weird. I'm also ready to be done. I probably won't see part 2. I thought part 1 was good. I think maybe I gave it a 3.5. Like I liked it, but if part 2 is just supposed to be worse, and I just don't want any more Jeff Goldblum in my life at this point. The Give Me Everything Wicked was all I needed. Wicked. Oh, I hate it. But all right, let's get into the movie. The movies. So if you're still here, awesome. We it's fun to chat movies, and sometimes we chat for longer than we planned. But we are going to chat first about Pat's pick, which was The Others. Came out in 2001. I didn't see who the director was. I think actually I did. I don't remember his name, but he was also the writer, if I remember correctly. He wrote and directed it. Nicole Kidman's, I don't know, most popular horror movie?
That's probably a horror movie, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, not most popular movie, but yeah. So let's get into our scores and our spoiler-free, very quick overview, and then we'll get into spoilers. So do you want me to go first since this was your pick?
Yep.
Okay. So I liked it. I'm like right between a 3.5 and a 4. There's a lot I really liked. There was some, I think a lot of the reveals that are revealed didn't have as much weight as I think maybe they were supposed to. And I don't know. That's something we'll talk about of like what were the director's intentions with a lot of these like reveals, and what did he want the audience to feel? Because I couldn't tell. It was very like dreamlike the whole time. And I liked that. Got going right away, and the mystery starts right away. I thought Nicole Kidman was great. I really haven't.
Yeah, she's.
I feel like I've really just not seen her in that many leading roles personally. I haven't watched I know she has a lot more in her older catalog, but the things I know her more from are like Killing of a Sacred Deer and oh my gosh, I'm blanking. But another The Northman.
She's in The Northman,
which is great in both of those, but like not like a leading role like this was.
Moulin Rouge is one of her big.
Moulin Rouge.
No That's one of her big ones.
Hate it.
And then I don't think haven't you never seen Eyes Wide Shut, Stanley Kubrick's last film?
I know that's like the one. That's like one her most famous movie, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I would say that's.
I didn't realize that was Stanley Kubrick. It was his last film. Before he retired or before he died? I mean both.
Before he
died.
Mean
like okay, so
I think he would have kept making a movie. Yeah, I think he just died.
Okay. Yeah, I was really impressed with her performance. I've seen some people not like really criticize it and say like she sucks, but in this movie, which is surprising to me, I thought she was great. It kind of, I mean, not quite to the level of like a Toni Collette, but I think kind of just a small step down from that of just like really sold the role, I think. But yeah, overall, I had a good time. 3.5, maybe a 4 on a good day. That's where I'm at.
Nice. I'm pretty much right the same. I was wanting to love it a little bit more. I still like it. It's solid. I unfortunately did go in knowing some of the reveals, or kind of what some might call like the final twist. I had heard through the grapevine over the years in the horror movie, like two things to this movie. Yeah, people were like, they know that imagery of the person under the sheet, and people were like, oh, isn't that this one? Isn't that one where this? Mm-hmm. And so I kind of like knew that. So that was kind of a bummer. I wish I went in not knowing. Sounds like you went in not knowing.
I did not know,
yeah. And I think that's obviously the better way to watch this movie, because it's a big part of this movie. So it's kind of bummed that I went in knowing, but it didn't ruin it at all. It still works.
There's other reveals too.
There's other reveals the way, for sure. Yeah. But I would agree. More for me knowing those things, it still was totally different than I expected. I thought it was modern day. I did not know this was like almost like a Victorian era, or like a, this. And so you get this cool Gothic mansion. It's definitely a good like haunted house movie and just the visuals. Like maybe a more effective like Crimson Peak, I would say, in that regard. And yeah, I think she's great. I think you're right that it the vibe, the feel is very dreamlike. And we'll probably talk in spoilers a little bit about that, but I think her performance rises to that occasion. I can see some people criticizing like she's so over the top, she's so this, but I think that's intentional, right? She seems to be leaning into this. Like she from the start, she's kind of just
It
very
literally
very
opens
over the
with her
top and everything.
screaming bloody murder.
Yeah,
It's like a
like
jump scare
she's
from the beginning. I was like, I don't know how loud it's gonna be, and there's just like a scream. I was like, all right,
a
it's not
scream.
loud. Yeah,
Right. It feels it's definitely played up, but intentionally. You got two pretty major kid performances that, all things considered, pretty good. Like they usually the kids stand out for the worst, and like they're good.
and they're
They
on
make it
screen
work.
quite a bit.
They're in it a lot. They're in a lot.
It could have ruined it if they didn't have good performances.
Yeah. I think the house is one of the strong points for me, where the effective use of just kind of working your way through it, all the different chambers and rooms, and not a huge spoiler. This is kind of told early in the movie, but one of the general setups is that her two children can't be exposed to sunlight, and so they go through constantly closing the curtains, and they have this whole method for kind of shutting the house off from the sun, and so it's very dark and just dark.
It's very maze-like too. I feel like even by the end, I was like, "What room and where in the house is this?" And I definitely felt like it was intentional. And it's a huge. It's a mansion. It's not. It's huge. It's like borderline small castle when they show the full exterior. It's like it's huge.
Right.
But yeah, it was almost a character in itself.
Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't hold this up as like, oh, this is like a horror movie you've got to see. But it's like if you're trying to work your way through that catalog, as we were kind of saying earlier, it's like I get why it's in there. Like you said, there's a Spanish director who wrote and directed it, and I think for that, it's impressive. It's its own thing. It feels unique, and we'll have to go into spoilers a little bit to talk a bit more about it. But just tackles things from a pretty unique, different angle that is like refreshing.
Yeah,
and still holds up pretty well. It doesn't feel like super dated. It feels like this could have come out last week.
Yeah,
I think from the way it looks and everything. So yeah, overall, I also gave 3.5. I was like trying to hang in there on a 4 the whole time. There are maybe some pacing issues where it kind of drags a couple moments. You're like, all right, let's get on with it. But overall, it's pretty solid.
For me, the ending was really the thing that kept me from giving it to a 4. And we'll talk about that here in a second. So let's get strong. Well, to me, I don't think it ended strong. So we'll have to talk about that. Kinda. So yeah, let's get into spoilers. So if you've not seen the others, goodbye. Or if you don't care, it came out in 2001. So, but like Pat said, I think this movie is better if you don't know going in. Kinda. But yep. So if you've seen it, welcome to the spoiler section, and we'll talk about Black Phone 2 after this. So no timestamps. You're just gonna have to guess if you come back later. But yeah, so what do you want to talk about spoiler wise? Do we want to just get into?
Yeah, I think so. Because the whole
everything
film
hinges on it.
That is the film, right? That was revealed at the end is that this family has died and they are stuck, kind of haunting this house. And at the very end, you get this kind of perspective from the other side. These people are doing a seance within the house, and you're getting a small child at the end looking up at the house and kind of like seeing them in the window. And so, really, the premise, when this guy was sitting down to write on blank piece of paper, was what about the story from the perspective of the ghosts that are in the house? Which the most genius thing of all time, but I think it's tackled here very well. This is she does not know that they are dead, and so is kind of stuck in this dreamlike purgatory-ish state.
That's a pretty major theme of it is faith and purgatory for sure.
Yep.
So
it works.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah. I was just saying the beginning works well with you jump right into it and you get this family of servants. I think somehow they're related.
Yeah.
they're basically just coming straight in from the front door, and you're just getting like a little misty behind them, and so you don't really consider it till later. But it's like it sets things up well, where it's immediately gets into the house, and everything pretty much is in the house. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think it leaves the house maybe once. She leaves and goes into the woods.
Yeah,
When she
and
finds her
they
husband.
have the scene with like the graves later on, like on the
Yeah.
grounds of
Yeah,
the
but
house.
still on the
pretty much.
grounds,
But
yeah.
it's like at the house. Yeah,
Yeah. I think the thing that didn't work the most for me with the ending revealed, which by the way, we talk about, or I talk about a lot. Me knowing a twist of a movie or guessing it does not ruin it for me. I think I guessed this like almost immediately.
Yeah.
And that's why I was kind of saying, like, I wonder, I didn't have everything exactly right, but I wonder how much, like, the director wants you to know. Does he want you to maybe kind of think maybe and be guessing the whole time? Or is it supposed to completely blindside you? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's 2025. I think we can talk about spoilers of The Sixth Sense, right?
I was gonna say, I'm sure you're saying the six. Yeah, you can still say it and not reveal what
Yeah.
it is, but yeah,
But like that's like a blind side. That's like a my mind has been blown. And this it almost felt like the director's intention was like, are they like, throughout it? Because, there's just so many hints dropped, the dreamlike world, the fog, a lot of things the servants, they start saying things that you're like, what? Like clearly
like, what?
something's up. Like so
Even
it's
the
like,
husband returning is like a very strange scene where you're like, what? The
yeah.
hell? You just found her in the woods? Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
and it's right after the servants say like the fog won't let her get far. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like so it's like even from the beginning it's like okay, I think the servants are dead as well. And then he's like, I'm gonna give that to you. The servants are dead. Like, I mean, I guess he doesn't, but like he all but does that. They know something supernatural.
yeah.
They're involved.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess I wish I just knew what he did. He think he was doing like an M Night Shyamalan reveal of just like hell yeah, blew their minds. They had no idea because
Yeah.
it didn't really feel like that to me.
No, I think you're right. It's like gradual.
Yeah. The thing I didn't
They-
like
they-
though was like it's almost a happy ending, but it's just like so. Yeah, it's a movie about trauma, which is crazy. Like trauma horror in 2001 started early
Yeah.
because 2020 horror. It's all about trauma. But this mother has smothered her children, killed them, and then killed herself, and like the reveal of that makes the children are just like, oh, cool. I love you, mommy. It's just like, they don't think anything about that. They're just, that reunites them just because they're all dead. Like
Yeah.
the mom murdered you. Like I that part, I didn't love that. It's just like, it's completely revealed to the children that the mom went mad and murdered them. And now they're dead.
Which right. I don't know that the film says this. This is more just me trying to come up with something, but I wonder that almost like, are the children not actually the children, right? Is this just like her purgatory and the children are like projections and she's kind of like learning and finding acceptance through all this of like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
I don't think
But-
so because
I don't think it really implies that.
yeah,
so.
because the kids only see the kids. Like the mom's not even in the
Yep.
room. Like the kid Victor is seeing the kids, and then during the séance, they're hearing the children, not the
Right.
mom. So I think the kids are really there.
Yeah.
As far as like the rules go, because it's like you die on the property, you're there. But like, why is the husband showing up? That doesn't really make sense. The only thing I can think of is like he was not
That
really
doesn't.
there.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like he's there. He feels almost like the servant people, maybe are like crafting and putting that there to, like, assist almost.
Yeah. At some
'Cause
point, I
he
thought
never
maybe-
felt real. He felt kind of dreamlike himself
Yeah.
a little bit.
At some point, I thought like maybe he, like the whole island ended up getting like bombed in the war, and like the whole island is dead or whatever. I think that was just the part I never really knew the extent of like who's dead and the actual like the rules of everything until I guess the end. But yeah, I don't know. That kind of just bothered me with the kids of just like that doesn't really sound like it deserves a happy ending, which, it is and it isn't. They are stuck in like a purgatory, but it seems like it kind of is leaning towards like a happy ending.
Yeah.
Or like an
Like
acceptance ending.
acceptance. So like we're already here and you've grown since you smothered us to death.
Yeah.
So now we love you.
So now we love you. Yeah, and like there's another scene where like the mom it's when the two kids find the graves. They find out they're the ghosts. They run inside. The mom's on the steps like shooting them. And then they run inside. She closes the door. They're standing at the door, and she runs and she grabs the boy. And this is after she's like hit the girl, and the girl's kind of like angry at the mom. She grabs the boy, and is running upstairs, and the girl's ahead of them. She's like hugging the boy on the stairs, saying like, "Oh, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you" or something. And then it like cuts to the daughter who's like looking at that, and then she runs and like hugs them as well. And Nicole Kidman's just like. I'm like, wait, this just doesn't feel like it just doesn't feel earned to me in any way. It's like you just like abused your child and she now is loving you because, and then I just can't find a reason other than just like maybe it's just like kid brain. Your brain's not developed. Like your parents are especially, if they were isolated like that, there's not a lot of human interaction. It's like if we're stretching it, I feel like I could get there, but it just felt a little funky of like, you smothered us, but we love you. You literally murdered us, and then you suck ass in this life too. You're like forcing us to memorize scripture. You yell at us. You beat us, like, but we love you.
Yeah,
and everything's gonna be okay now because we're dead.
Yep.
So that was my biggest problem. There's a couple funny dialogue parts too. I don't know if you know the one that I think we kind of went opposite. You watched this a couple weeks ago, and I watched it today.
Yeah.
And then Black Phone 2 and I watched a couple weeks ago, and you watched it I think yesterday. But I don't know if you remember the line. She's up in the attic or one of the rooms she's looking through like the photos, and she finally finds like the photo album of the dead people. She thinks they're sleeping, and the main maid comes in, and she goes, "What is this?" And she goes, "A photo album." It's like, yeah, no shit, it's a photo album. Like what a piece of dialogue. Like I just thought that was funny. Like it's not supposed to be comedic either. It's just like her saying it's a photo album. So
weird.
I
like I don't know the actress's name, but the lead servant.
She looks so familiar.
Been in stuff. Yeah, she's been in stuff, and she is good. She just has the look.
Yeah.
She's in Hunger Games.
Interesting. I actually thought she was going to be the creepy old lady that the little girl draws. I thought that was going to be a reveal that it was like her with her hair down because her hair's never down, and like maybe she looks scarier like that. But I'm trying to think of what like the scariest scenes.
I was going to ask you, like, was there anything that scary to you? Yeah. Nothing's really stuck with me as being that scary.
I mean, the scene with the toy is I can see why
the toy is like one more
iconic.
effective. When they show the reveal of the creepy face through it,
and it's her talking with the girl's voice.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was good. You know what? One scene I really liked. It was a scare that you see coming, but it was still really effective for me. Was when she hears the piano playing. She goes downstairs, goes in. And as soon as the door, because she has to unlock every door, which just like you said, I think it just adds such great tension of like closing every door behind you. I think there were a couple moments where I'm like, they didn't do it. Yeah, one person leaves the room and it's because I could feel like it could get annoying on screen. But anyway, she goes and unlocks it quietly, and then seriously, like she barely touches the handle, and the piano playing stops. She goes in, no one's there. She locks the piano. And the door it slowly closes behind her while she's in the room. And she kind of is like, that's weird. And then she goes out of the room and is testing the door just to like see if it's doing it and like listening to the creak. Yeah. And she's like pushing it and it slowly closes. And then it just goes, bam! It slams as hard as it can. She falls over and it's just super loud. And so it's coming, but like you don't know when it's coming. And I found that to be I wasn't scared, but it just was a great, a lot of tension there.
And that
for the
at that point,
audience.
doesn't she think someone's in the house doing it?
She
Doesn't
thinks,
see the
yeah, she
light.
thinks
She
there's like
thinks
some kind
someone's
of
like slamming.
intruder.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the
That's like
piano's
screw
been
up.
unlocked after she locked it, and she doesn't believe the children that they are ghosts. She thinks
Right,
there's actual people there intruding.
right.
But I think that's kind of when she starts to suspect like something's going on because she personally inspects the room and it is empty. So
Right.
that's kind of one of the turning moments. But other than that, I think those were probably the two biggest moments. I really like the seance scene because it's so it's almost like jarring. It's the first time that like the fog is like lifted, and even like the shot, it looks so out of place. And
Yeah.
then you almost like transition into that world, and it's like, oh, this is what movies look like. Like
Yeah.
the lighting
I
is
like that.
normal and
I
stuff.
like that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. Because yeah, at first I was like, the lighting in this movie is very weird, and you get the reveal of like the children they don't have electricity in the house, and that makes more sense. And but yeah, it all makes sense why it looked the way it did. But that was a really cool like transitional scene. I thought.
Yeah, and that's what I think I mean by the ending was I liked it, and it kind of brings it up a little bit at the end. Not the happy ending like storyline with her, but just that shift and the seance I thought was really like effective, and just the looking up from the outside. It ends on like a note that is interesting.
Yeah.
This was interesting because I remember the name was up there at the time with things like The Ring, The Grudge, The Others. Like it was definitely talked about. This is not a movie I see like general audiences really getting into. This is like a slow burn. This
Slow.
is like a very like psychological. Um, so I could see back 2001 sitting in a theater, the credits come up and people are just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you can just like see those like couples or whatever just being like, it wasn't even scary. Like, I don't know.
There's enough
Um,
like imagery and stuff to where I could totally see them piecing. I'd be curious to watch the trailer. I bet the trailer it's like a Hereditary thing where you are marketed to as this is a scary movie with jump scares and like I bet the trailer is like that. I'd be surprised if it's not. If, like the doors a lot closing and locking and
I was
like
just gonna say, I feel like a modern day one would be like the doors locking, clicking to like a soundtrack,
yeah.
like
Tick,
click,
tick,
click, and then
click.
seeing the
Yeah.
A24 presents. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, I like that. I think I put in my review. I wanted to love it a little more. Like this is what I'm satisfied with. Never throwing on again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate rewatching it. Like if it was on, I would get something out of it. But I don't feel a super draw to return to. I feel like I got what I came for.
Yeah.
I think overall, I just leave with the thing I like the most, just simply being the tone and the vibe of this house. That's I think the most effective thing. It's just filmed so well and really has a presence that like kind of sticks with you.
There's one scene that when she first thinks there's an intruder in the house, she has everybody open all the curtains in the house, and there's a montage of all the rooms we have seen. It's really only like 5 rooms, but 5 of like the iconic rooms we've seen, and it's filmed in a really interesting way. It's like wide shots and it pans left, and then the next room that pans right, and the next room that pans left, and like it's just a really cool sequence of shots that I really liked. And just it's the probably the brightest we've seen any of those rooms and all of that. So just it was a cool little break, but I
Right.
like that. But yeah,
I'm
I
trying
think
to see if it was who the cinematographer was, if it was anybody
yeah.
notable.
I think the thing that makes this less rewatchable compared to something like The Sixth Sense is that like I don't know if I'll get anything more out of this. Like with The Sixth Sense, when you get the reveal, it's like, oh, I can't wait to watch it again to see
you wanna rewatch
with
it
that
immediately,
perspective.
yeah.
Where here, I never felt that completely out of the like you immediately, and that's why I'm just so curious. It's like there's no way he expects you to not like already wonder because it's such a weird setup of like the locking the doors, and then she's like, oh, I'm just gonna have to introduce you to the children. You're like, oh, well, all right. Immediately, I was like, oh, the children are ghosts. Like they don't exist. And then there's this really long, and it felt intentional because there's like she walks to the door, she turns out all the lights, closes the curtains, and lights up the candle, and then she opens the door, and the camera goes behind like the servants, and so it's just this long drawn out. She tells them to wait outside. She'll go get them, and you're like, all right, she's gonna show up with nobody, or like they're gonna be ghosts or something, and then they finally walk out and they're just normal, and I just feel like all of that, if he wanted you to really just believe there are a normal family living there, he wouldn't have done some of that stuff.
Sure.
I think.
Well, just the intro of the servant family, right? It's like they just show up and she's like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "We're just in the area always,
Looking
and we
for
just
work.
heard you might need work." And she's like, "You're hired. Come on in." And doesn't she even say, she's like, I was about to put out a notice, but I didn't even mail it yet, or something
She
where
says
you're like,
she says that she
what?
answered the at first she like withholds that she had not put out the ad yet, and but we don't know that. And then later she confronts her. She's like, I haven't put out the ad yet, and she's like, oh, well, actually, we used to work here a few years ago. Trust us. And she's like, do you want to see our credentials? She's like, no, good.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's just like that whole thing of like why they're even there feels off, But maybe it feels like a little bit they're trying to play it like towards the beginning that like they are the antagonists. Like they're tricking her and we're just servants, and then it's revealed they're the creepy evil people there, and then it doesn't go that route, at all.
Yeah, but he keeps showing us stuff like she has the talk with the daughter of like, your mom doesn't believe yet, but she will. Things are going to happen.
Yes, that was a pretty explicit conversation.
Yeah, and then
like, what?
With the graves, which is almost like another funny part where Nicole Kidman's like to the groundskeeper, like, hey, I'm going. It's when she's going into the woods. She's going to go get the priest, and she's like, hey, can you go look on the grounds for graves, see if there's one named whatever his name, the Victor. And he's like, okay. And then she leaves, and then the maid comes up, and that's when they have the conversation of like, the fog won't let her get far, and she's like, you better cover that up. And it like pans to like 1 foot from him, and like the top half of a crossed headstone is there. He's like, oops, and then covers it with leaves. It's just like almost like a comedy moment. It's just very weird. Like, I think pretty early on he lets you know like they're ghosts too. So I think that, to me, that was the fun part of like, okay, they're ghosts, but are they ghosts too? Is everybody a ghost on the island? Or like, so I never knew for sure
what's going on here. Yeah, just like what is the...
Yeah, and it feels like that was maybe more the intention of like, everything's good, and then at the end we're gonna pull out the rug from you, which I appreciate. I'd rather it this way if it provide a more unique like viewing experience. But I do think it takes away from the like surprise. It wasn't a super effective ending for me, content or like story wise. But the seance scene was more jarring from like a film, and maybe that was an intention, and it did still work because of that. I think of like this just even looks different. Like, so I liked it for that. But do you think that? I'm assuming she smothered her children, like her husband went to war, never came back, dead. And out of grief, she kind of lost her mind. And then I think she had planned on killing herself and killed the kids before she did it. I don't think she lost her mind, killed the kids, and then because she killed the kids, she was like, I'm going to kill myself.
I don't think so. I feel like she just had like kind of gotten mad and was just like, I gotta take us all out of this misery that we're trapped inside. Yeah, I think so, for sure. Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. I had a good time. I had a good time watching it. So, but like you said, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But I will say her performance was great. That was really
she's really good in it. Yeah, she's impresses in it for sure. She's just is very commanding. Final scene that we didn't talk about, I did like when she goes in the room and everything's covered up with the blankets, with the sheets, kind of like when you're moving into a new place or whatever. I thought that was a pretty good scene.
Room. Yeah, that's the room where she ends up finding the no, it's not. I can't remember. That might be the scene where she ends up finding the photograph after.
It might be
things go,
but that scene also very white. It's like very
Yeah.
contrasting the darkness of the rest of the film. Everything is very white. And it was effective for me where I'm just like expect everything she's pulling off. I was ready for like something. Like I didn't know what, but
Yeah, right away when she walks in, there's one that looks like a head. Like it looks like a
yeah, it just
person.
looks like
And all the rest are painting. So it was one of those things that I was like, would she not notice that one that looks like a head? And later she does, and she pulls off, and it's like a statue of Mary or something like very weird. The whole religious side of it was also just, I don't know if there was really enough any kind of payoff for it, really.
yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I kind of just like, oh yeah. I like that the kids ask her about it. Like, what about Limbo? But also it kind of doesn't work because they're like, well, what about Limbo? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, you're in it. What do you mean you don't know? You're in it. How could you not know that you're in it at this point? So I thought that was a little goofy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I don't know. I think the ending, it works really well on some levels. It doesn't work really at all for me. On the more I analyze it, I'm like, I almost need more to see like what happens here, because it's just like the final scene with them is like the three of them. They walk into the room. They are no longer affected by light, which I also don't know if because they know they're ghosts, they're not affected by light anymore, or maybe they never
almost feels
were.
like she was creating. Yeah, it feels like she's
never
creating
were.
that concept to justify in her mind, or to like almost like a cognitive dissonance of.
They're in darkness all the time because you smothered them with a pillow.
Yeah, yeah, that's why.
But
it's the last thing they saw.
Yeah, the final shot is they go into the room. They're like, "Look, mommy, it's the light doesn't hurt me anymore." And she's like, "We're not leaving this house. We're not leaving this house. We're not leaving this house." And like that's the end for them. It's just like kind of sinister, but like in it's supposed to be. I just felt like I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to feel at the end, and I don't think I felt it if it was one thing or the other. Just felt a little confused tonally, I think, at the end. But overall, pretty positive. Good viewing experience. Not as good as our next movie.
Not even close.
Not even close. The ultimate.
Couple stars too few in this next movie.
So we're gonna pivot into Black Phone 2, not the Black Phone 2, Black Phone 2. And so if you've seen Black Phone 2, well, we're gonna do a spoiler free first, and then we'll go into spoilers. So, is this your horror movie of the year?
Jason Blum presents Black Phone 2, a Blumhouse production. Not my horror movie of the year at all. Yeah, just absolutely terrible. We've talked about on the show a lot, and we talked about because for me just pure not understanding of just like why does this movie exist? Why are they making a sequel to this movie? The first one is like not a movie that I walk away with like can't wait to see the next one. First of all, I just don't think the first Black Phone was good, but it was very received well by a lot of people, and was as we both know, Stephen King's son wrote the book, so kind of
it's a 20-page short story,
author.
by the way.
Sure.
So they really did like take some liberty, and I just was hearing them talk about how in the whoever wrote the screenplay pitched it to him in like an escape room manner. That's apparently not in the short story, but he liked that, and that's kind of like the feel they wanted to go for, is like an escape room with like the help of the ghost, which
the dead.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that is the vibe. It's
cool idea.
Yeah. I don't hate the first one. I think it's very okay. Like I was talking about earlier, I always appreciate at least it's at the time it was a unique horror movie. It wasn't a sequel. It wasn't. It just was like something new. They're taking a chance on it, and I think it was okay. I thought the first one was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I think it's First one was and so we're here with the sequel, and it's doing that. I'll say specifically Blumhouse thing, but also this happens outside of Blumhouse, where like the marketing is doing so well at like convincing people like, oh, like you care about this, like you care about this franchise, this lore, it runs deep. This lore matters, and it's just like it. We'll have to go. We'll go into spoilers, but like it couldn't matter less. Like it is the most lame, just like nothing burger of a franchise, and even saying franchise is just comical because like who cares about the black phone? Like it's just so not a thing to launch a legacy from, and everything about it is insisting upon itself that that's what it is. And I just can't. From what I've heard, we'll have to talk about your theater experience. It just doesn't sound like people are connecting with it in that way. It's making money, and this is doing the classic Blumhouse. This is why Blumhouse is successful, is they're making very cheap movies, and this one is. It's 50 million, I think, when I looked it up, which is nothing. Drop in the hat, and it looks cheap as hell. I don't think it looks awful. It's everything outside and the snow is like the ultimate green screen. It's awful. The phone booth, yeah, like it's such a cheap movie, but it's like tripled its budget already. I mean, it's like this is what Blumhouse does successfully. So from a profit side of things, they did great. They convinced people you care about Black Phone and you got to see the grabber back on the big screen. He's gonna grab you out of your seat and just shake you. So yeah, I did not like it. It's pretty bad. It's to me, it's worse than the first. I've seen the opposite from a lot of people. A lot of people are very excited at the direction this one's taking it itself, and I like the attempt. I think that's as you were kind of hyping up before. It's like we're going Freddy Krueger style. We're going completely different setting. And I like the attempt, but I care less than this one. I barely cared in the first one, but it was a very contained, straightforward story where I did somewhat care. Kid gets kidnapped. I want him to survive, right? Yeah. Like this one, I'm just like, I just don't care about anything going on in this movie. So, yeah, we'll talk in spoilers, but for me, terrible. I think I gave it 1 star. It just didn't even. It's the worst kind of terrible. Where like it's not even fun terrible. I don't think like this is not a fun one that I can't wait to throw on in 10 years to be like, oh, it's such a bad horror movie. It's just bad, I just don't care. That's what it comes down to. So, looking forward to talking spoilers.
Yeah,
throw it over to you.
Yeah, I was excited for this movie because I was pretty mid on the first movie, and then I do think they put together a great trailer for this movie because they got people like me who it was just like, I never thought this could be anything. It could have just been a cheap sequel where they're just like, oh, it's a prequel. It's the same basement. It's the same shit again.
Back in the room, yeah.
Back in the room. But instead they're saying, no, it's almost similar to what they did with Megan. They said, we are going to the absolute extreme. We're going Freddy Krueger. Like, rules don't exist anymore. And like, we're just going to tell you that up front. And we hope you're along for the ride. It's going to be fun, that kind of thing. And like, I'm someone that I do see why the grabber is iconic looking. Yeah. I think the mask is movie, I think if you took everything about this movie away, except for just visually what the grabber looked like, I think he looks good. I think when he rips off,
he looks good.
I think the ice skating is iconic. I do. I think just because I've never seen that before. I like the
idea of the visual.
Yeah, the visual is good. Like it's just that part is very like, it is something like I could see Freddy Krueger doing like ice skating but still being like menacing kind of thing. Like I think the grabber works. I think that's the only thing that works about this movie, and he's on the screen for like, I don't know, 45
he's
seconds.
In it for way less than I thought. Yeah. I mean, he's really, you don't get a ton of.
He was in it so little that people were speculating that Ethan Hawke did a green screen for all of it. He's like, no, I went. Like, I
ice skated. I learned how.
That's the only thing he didn't do. He didn't ice skate. He said they got a stunt double for the ice skating. But yeah, so I went in thinking it could have been really fun. I thought the camp setting looked fun. I thought I know you hate the graininess. We'll talk more about it. Yeah, it depends. I think it looked interesting the way they were presenting it. Of like in the dreams, we go to grainy, and I thought that looked interesting in the trailer. But ultimately, I agree it sucked, which sucks because I just had. I wasn't expecting this to be like a 5-star movie or anything, but I just expected it to be better than the first one, which wasn't saying much. That's not a huge mountain to climb, and unfortunately, as much as I want to say it wasn't. There's just almost nothing redeemable about this movie, which sucks. So I gave it a 2. I think I was being really generous, and I'll tell you why. I kind of mentioned it to you on the phone, but we'll get into on the black phone. We'll get into spoilers here now. So 1 star for you, 2 star for me. One of the worst movies I've seen this year, unfortunately, and just definitely the biggest disappointment. Like Shelby Oaks, I also gave a 2 star, but like I didn't have any expectations for that. Where this, I had higher expectations. That did, I feel like they petered off. Is it what's the petered?
Well, it depends on what.
Petered.
Yeah, I think so. It petered off.
They petered off. It's one of those things that sounds wrong when you say it. They petered off. Once I saw the Reddit ads of TikTokers saying like every time the phone rings, it sends chills down my spine. I was like, we're doing this type of marketing campaign. That's not good. It's not good. So I think up until that point, I was like, and then I saw that I was like, that's usually not a good sign, but still ultimately disappointed. But let's talk spoilers. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, just listen to us. You're not going to get spoiled or anything. It's really not worth it. But yeah,
that's one of the biggest problems. Way too damn long. This movie should not be this long. It does not even come close to justifying the length. And that was one of the most painful parts. The pacing was awful.
Yeah, pacing
it's so good. Every single segment of this movie is like 3 minutes too long. Every dream sequence, even just them like moving from space to space. It's so long, and it's just pain. You're just like waiting for something to happen. It's just crawling through, and like it just blows my mind. Why do a tight 90 minutes on this thing? Like hour and a half, get in, get out. Nothing even happens. There's like barely anything happens in this movie. It should not be 2 hours.
I'm just convinced that is his name Scott Derrickson, the director.
Yeah,
I think he's up his own ass. I think he thinks he made a masterpiece, and I think he thinks he nailed it.
With this or with Sinister?
With this,
yeah, I agree. He's up his own ass. It feels very pretentious. It's every one of the like. Yeah, I'm just out on Scott Derrickson. I don't dislike Sinister. Sinister is good.
Yeah,
I think it's good. It's a good movie, and the graininess was fun and effective and made sense for that movie and was cool. This just feels like he's just like pulling from his well.
It's a classic. Like, oh, you like that? Okay.
Yeah. Let me crank it up. Yeah, it's just like, and sure, it helps differentiate the dreams and the not. Cool. But I thought it just looked bad. I thought just the whole movie looks bad. When I think of it, I think of green screen, lake, and mountains.
I think. Oh yeah. I think. God, yeah. I just can't. I cannot believe. I can't believe it that they decided this is the first shot of the movie, the most just egregious green screen.
Wait, I don't remember the first shot.
That's it. It's the lake and the black and and it's just immediately this looks terrible.
That's right.
The very first shot's the wide shot of it's like the mom walking up to the phone, but you don't know it's the mom. That's the first shot of the movie. Is the green screen. It's just like as soon as it started, I was like, this is the first shot. It looks so bad. Like there's just no reason for it either. Just put it in front of the cabins. Who cares?
Right.
I'll get it. It's at a camp.
Go to a real lake.
Or just that. I mean, I get that that's harder. Go to a real frozen lake with mountains that are at this time.
Sure.
That's harder. Just turn it around. I don't need to see the mountain. I don't need to see the beautiful scenery where it looks like shit.
One or two times where you're establishing the booth there in the mountains, and then like you said, you're filming from then.
Well, they do go. Actually, they go to a lake. They do film on at least on frozen water. Or like ice or fake ice or whatever. At the whole latter half, the final act, they are on ice.
I think that's all in like soundstage. But
sure,
so it's like
they still could have done. It just looked terrible. It
just looked so bad.
Before we get into actual spoilers, I left thinking, I actually truly think this movie would have been better as a silent film. I think because of the graininess, to me, that's when it would have. If imagine it's a silent film because the dialogue is just the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. I think I could have understood the story without any of the dialogue.
Sure.
And just do the grainy for the dream. I honestly truly think it would have been a better movie and a kind of a cool experience if you take out all the dialogue. Obviously, you need to trim up some of the scenes, but like I think the audience could have followed it. It would have been super unique. People would have talked about it more. And I just think it would have been better because the dialogue seriously like knocks it down so much. It's insane. It's some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard. Laughable. It does the classic thing where it's just like, oh, I know what kids in the 70s talk like. And they're radical. And like every sentence they had to say something like that. And like the girls, like, what'd she say? Something like something with a dinosaur dick. And it's just like that. And this is what I'm talking about. I feel like Scott Derrickson was just like, yeah, this is awesome. Oh, yeah. Dinosaur dick. That's hilarious. People are going to love it. And just, did you laugh at the, Bree and I were dying when it was, it's like at the camp, shit's going down, and like it's like the brother, the sister, and then the dad shows up in the snowplow.
Dude, Jeremy Davies should be embarrassed.
But wait, do you think
he's the worst?
I think at this point, I'm blaming Scott. I'm blaming Scott.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's not it's not Jeremy Davies' fault. I think he should be embarrassed for being a part of this
taking
movie.
Did you laugh at he goes, oh my God.
Yes.
It's so bad. Bree and I just immediately started laughing.
Just everything that the blocking of like the three of them.
Yeah.
It's cutting between like him with the truck, the son. It's just terrible. Yeah, his hair is as bad as I remember the first one. And he's just terrible, and like it's not necessarily his fault, but good lord, like embarrassing Jeremy Davies, and maybe he's got nothing else going on, and like I'm sure they paid him well, but like it's disgusting. Yeah, I mean I agree. I think it could have worked really well because you got two leads that are horrible at acting, like they're not good. I agree. You've talked about before, Finney, whatever his name, the main guy.
Finney,
his hair is awful. His hair is so wig that you just can't look
but
past
it's not
it.
though.
I know, but it just looks like,
and like
it's
maybe
just
that
like
is a
so
hairstyle
perfectly
of the
like
time. Yeah, it's like
so
I can totally
bad.
get on board with like that was a true hairstyle, and like he's got it. Doesn't mean it looks good. Just I would rather just give him a haircut that is not just. It's distracting.
It's distracting. Yeah, you're like looking at it. It looks like at Epic Universe, the new theme park here, the How to Train Your Dragon section, Hiccup. It looks like the actor wearing like a fake wig like Hiccup. It's just so bad. And then honestly, love Ethan Hawke, and I feel very similar to I felt in the first one. Like that's the other thing with the Grabber. Like I don't think his performance is good, and it's not his fault. It's just the dialogue. Every line he says is just cringe.
Yeah, it's the dialogue,
and like it's so bad, and I just am cringing the whole time watching it. To where I feel like the look is good and just like creepy, like the hands out with the walking up with the like. If you went fully silent, would be way more effective.
It would.
It's just Ethan Hawke monologuing, and it's so bad. It's all cringe.
I think his performance is good. I think the dialogue is so bad it brings down the performance for me. Like I don't think I think he nailed exactly what Scott wanted, but what Scott wanted was fucking terrible.
Yeah. I don't even like Freddy Krueger and Robert Englund's performance I could like describe. I feel like the Grabber, it's just some guy talking.
He sounds like Scream. He sounds like Ghost.
Yeah, it's like a little ghost facey. Like I think I'm just so out on this character too. Like I just don't.
Well, even more.
What is the point of the mask? Why does he have this mask?
Well, it made more sense in the first one. I think it was like a personality. To me, it read like the way he shows the way he's feeling is with the mask.
But he doesn't want to show his captive who he is. Because he's trying to hide his face.
Yeah. And that would scare a kid if like you did something bad and then he took off his normal face and put on like a angry frown. Like that would scare a kid.
Sure,
it would.
Yeah, no, it would. But you're already scared. You're kidnapped.
Yeah, I know, but that would scare you
everything.
Even more.
Yeah. It's just like I just don't.
He's playing with them intentionally.
He's like magician, balloon guy by day, and then like demon horn guy with the long chin.
It's almost like
by night.
clown adjacent a little bit.
I guess I could see that a little bit,
especially with like
mime.
Yeah, and like with the ice skating, like it's very I don't know. I like it personally. I like, to me, you take out all the dialogue.
I like the look.
The look and the vibe. I think the vibe is it's not as iconic as like a Freddy Krueger or anything, but like, to me, I think seeing him ice skate in with an axe was just like awesome. Like, to me, that was an icon with the two little horns. Like, that was like an iconic scene, mostly because he wasn't saying anything. I think it just was like out of the fog, kind of grainy. Like, I think that's a great shot. Personally,
definitely one of the only interesting shots of the movie. That's for sure.
I thought one other scene I thought was just like cool effects. I actually thought the effects were decently good. Was when you see the kid's head get closed in the window, and it like
that was.
I thought that was pretty good and graphic, which
was good.
It's like the parts where because this one was rated R, where the first one was PG-13, if I remember correctly. And I think the parts where this was R, I liked, which is just really more graphic. But
that part is good. It's funny. I was watching it on my computer, my TV at home.
Pirate!
No, it was on
He's
TV.
A pirate!
No, it was on my TV.
What do you mean? It's not. It's still in theaters, isn't it? It's not streaming yet.
Well, it's streaming on my TV, and it kept like this. Long story short, this TV keeps timing out and stuff, and it wasn't like saving my progress. And so turn back on, go back in, and it would jump back like an hour. I was like, oh my god!
You watched the whole thing every time.
Well, and so at some point I got back in, I didn't catch that I had gone back, and so I saw that scene again of the head being shot through the glass, and I was like, are we going back to this? Are we like learning more about it? And then it was like everything was playing out exactly the same. And I was like, wait a minute. And I checked. I'm like, God damn, it's like back at 40 minutes. I had to fast forward again. But I agree that shot was good. That I like. What I really dislike with Scott Derrickson, I'm over, is this aesthetic of the creepy kid. I think it sucks when he's in the phone booth and the three kids are around him. Now the way they, oh my god, yes,
it's the green screen.
So bad. It's like
screen.
They're all not doing it. And then you can just picture Scott with a megaphone just like, all right, start banging. And they just like all together like start doing it. And then stuff that could be a cool idea, like they all stop, it cuts back to him, and you see it wobbling a little bit. Could be cool. I'm like laughing. I'm like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, and like
the way the reveal of the three was cool.
Yeah.
I liked how they did that. Yeah, that was cool. And they kept slowly panning around. But the aesthetic of them, this like, I'm a kid in like a local haunted house and we like sprayed some white on your face. It just looks stupid. Like I just the like popping out under the bed jump scare. Terrible.
I mean, it was it was also in the trailer, so it's like it's coming.
I was feeling some anticipation of her going under, but then it does a fast cut, right?
He's
just there.
Almost like
he doesn't even come out. It's just like he's just there.
No, it comes out. It's weird. It's almost like a film cut. Like he comes out and he kind of skips out a little bit.
It's just like
Which I think if I had not seen the trailer, I would have thought it was at least interesting. It's not just like a boo. It's at least it's it's letting you know it's in like a otherworldly thing, which didn't. Again, I think you take out that looks a lot cooler if there's no sound. It just like kind of gives a decent
all those sequences. Yeah. We haven't even got into the freaking Mustang
and Senior Bob.
I mean, my God.
Whoever. Okay, I swear, I was funny because so they first arrive at the camp and they're being walked in by like some dude with like a big towel on, and he leaned over to Bria. I was like, he sounds like Senior Bob from Hateful Eight, who does the exact same scene. He's outside in the stables with a tarp on and talking the exact same way, and then they get inside and it's him. It was him.
So weird.
It was so weird. It's just like the Hateful Eight scene again, and they had the same. They're like, we saw Hateful Eight. You did that part good. You want to do it again?
I'll
Like
do it again. He's like, I got nothing else going on. Sure.
he's like,
Like, what
he practiced that scene 1,000 times and nailed it. He's like, wow, all the practice paid off.
So bad.
Yeah, Mustang. Yeah, I thought was like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And like the final line of the movie is like, "Hey, how about that Mustang girl?" And he's like, "No, Dad, I don't like her." He's like, "All right, I'm just saying." And then like credits roll. I'm just like, what?
It's like an aerial shot right of the.
They're just
truck
driving out of the
something.
camp. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just like,
Jeremy
what the
Davies, like, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, like all of this
The
happens.
intro of her too, right? They're like Mustang, and she's like, like the car?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
No, like the horses. It's like, okay. This is bad. But this is how you know this movie's trash. It's like, I love camp. And it has been a while, I feel like, since I've seen a movie that just like does summer camp. And it's great. When Senor Bob is sitting with the three of them, the cups they're using, it's like the cups that are in like every damn summer camp in the country.
Mhm.
Like it's summer camp. I was excited by that premise, and it just is very fine. Like it just doesn't ever the aesthetic of like in the cabins. First of all, every indoor space feels like 3 sizes too large.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cabin is like cavernous.
Yeah.
And they're like, are they in a church when they all meet?
Well, I think
Huge
yeah, they're in a
church.
church. I think though
It's like a mega church.
yeah,
It's
they set it up to me. It sounded like there were literally 2 sleeping areas, boys and girls. That's it.
Yeah.
So every
Like
boy,
the whole
regardless of
property.
age, is all in this one giant bunk room. So it's like I kind of get, but I agree. I was like, wow,
it's like the
these are
space in
huge.
between stuff. It's like
Yeah.
cool, do one big bunkhouse, but then you're gonna cram that thing full of bunks.
Yeah.
But there's like 10 feet between from one bunk to the next. It's
Yeah.
just wild. Which then leads me to maybe the worst scene in the whole movie, which is her cuddling with the boyfriend. Oh my god. He's like, oh, I know you talk to Jesus like that. She's like, yep, that's what I do. He's like, it's kind of hot,
kinda
kind of
hot.
hot. Like it's just that whole everything there is painful.
Yeah.
And then this cringy, like you get all that, and then it's revealed, oh, the brother was awake the whole time, and he heard what you're talking about. It's just like, why? It's just,
I think it's
I don't know,
literally
but-
Scott Derrickson and whoever he co-wrote this script with, which I hope it's nobody, so it's just fucking Scott that we can just tank on. But I think I think there's the connection to Joe Hill. I think he wanted to write a really great coming of age with the I know, but I think that's what it was. I think that, and I think he thinks he did it. I think that's the problem.
I'm sure.
He's like,
He
I
probably
nailed the
thinks-
language. I nailed the language. He probably, when he was younger, thought it was sexy that a girl talked to Jesus. So he's like, it's real life. I'm going to put it in. And like people will get it. Because like we're reading it right now. And there are some moments of just like hilarious, kind of in the same way of just like, oh, come on. But like it really is like believable from these characters of like why you would find that appealing or just why you would say that in the time that you said it without being like, I know how they talked back then. I know. See, this is how they talked back then. And I think that he's just not good at it. No. Sorry, Scott,
well,
you're not good at it.
It's just the direction of the scene. It's the acting is not good. The directing, like the editing of that scene, it's just all Scott, the timing. Like that should be. It is all Scott. That should be a funny line if you're gonna put it in there, right? Like that's not a serious line. That is a joking line,
but it's played serious in the movie.
But it's played more serious.
Yeah, everyone out there was like, what? Like there was like uncomfortable. Like, am I supposed to be laughing? Like,
right. You like don't know how to take it. It's just very, very strange. And so the idea of the mother, interesting. The idea of like her having the phone call with her, and it's an interesting idea of opening it just from that girl's perspective, and then later you get from the other perspective. I was like, okay, I can rock with that a little bit. And then don't they? Okay, first of all, Wild Bill Hickok, stupidest name choice for this. I hated that. Well, like you keep getting
isn't it what's the Silence of the Lambs guy's name? Wild Bob?
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. To me, I feel like it was wearing its Silence of the Lambs influences on its sleeve for that whole like he kind of looked like him back then. He is kidnapping and killing kids. Like I feel like that's kind of what they were going for me. It was given like Silence of the Lambs with the name and the look. That's
hate
what
the
I was
name.
thinking.
And you got the 3 different dream sequences where they each carve the letter into the ice. You get W, and then 10 months later you get the B and the H. And I was like, what the hell are they? And then they revealed it. I
Whole
was like,
butthole.
what? Wild Bill Hickok? Like, what? Yeah, whole butt. I just thought that was stupid. But
Yeah,
um,
that doesn't bother me as much
didn't like
conceptually.
it.
Again, I think a lot of the things that I liked conceptually, but they just dropped the ball. I think this could genuinely be a good movie in the right hands with a rewrite.
Sure, sure, sure.
Which
Yeah,
I think
well,
that's the most
so could the
disappointing.
first one. The first
Yeah,
one's a great story. I just think it's executed very poorly.
yeah.
Right, I don't understand people connecting with it. But what is the deal in this one with the mom? What is like the final? Like there is
You
some
find out that
connection to the grabber
you find
somehow
out
or
that
something.
the mom found out who the grabber was.
Before any of the events in the first one,
Yeah,
because
because
isn't
in
the
the
mom
events
already
of the
gone
first
at
one,
that
you
point?
just know the mom killed herself. That's all you know.
That's all you know. They live with
The
Jeremy
mom has killed
Davies, who
herself,
just
and
drinks all the time.
that's why he's an alcoholic, and yeah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
because the mom killed herself, and so in this one you find out the mom had actually found out who the grabber was. I think because they went to camp together or something. She sees him in the actor, she knows, and he finds
I
out
don't
that
really.
she knows,
Yeah, it's like I
and
don't
kidnaps
understand
her.
how she knows.
Well, she went to
Like it
camp
was,
with him. Yeah.
and so she knew he was the grabber then.
I think
Like
at some point later on, they're like living in the same town, and I think she sees like an abduction, or she sees something, or she maybe she has the same powers as the daughter and intuits. Somehow she knows. I can't
you get
remember.
that scene of like the kid delivering the newspapers with the dog, and you get like the abduction there. I don't remember if that was linked to it or not, or if they were just showing you another
I think
abduction
somehow
or not.
she might have the same special powers as as her daughter, where she can
Yeah.
kind of see. But he finds out, kidnaps her, kills her, and stages her suicide. And
Oh, right,
that's the
right,
big
right, right.
reveal that this dad the whole time thought that she abandoned
Like
him,
hung herself. Yeah,
yeah, and like quit on them and their family, and that's like the oh my
that's right.
god, it's just like
Uh,
laughable, and like
wow, this is bad.
and the other, I mean, I could go on all day. There's so much the adult couple at the
Oh
camp.
yeah, what the hell are yeah?
Why are you
Barbara
there?
and
You're not
something.
funny. You're not. There's a zero, literally 0 point to you being there.
They die.
No,
They they get like
they get
he
messed.
hurts them.
Yeah, he hurts
Yeah, like
them
pretty messed
somehow.
up, but they don't die.
I don't think they
Like
die.
if you're, I was like, if anything, they should have been there just to die.
I
Like
thought
just
they were
kill 'em.
involved. I thought like there was some.
Mm.
They almost seemed like they knew and they had covered it up for the sake of the camp. Like
Right,
even that
right.
could have been interesting. Of like,
Sure.
but nope, they're just there and they're really religious, so they can make.
The scene with the daughter like cursing at him, so bad.
Oh my gosh! And
Remember,
again,
she just goes from like 0 to 10 immediately, and they're
yeah.
like, "Watch your language." She's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Like, it's,
I think again, like in this movie more than almost I feel like any movie I've ever watched, other than maybe like The Happening, it's just like I don't put the blame on the actors. Zero. It's bad dialogue and bad direction, and I'm sure
it's also bad actors too, though.
maybe though
It's
I
not
don't
their
know.
fault.
I don't know.
That main guy is not good.
Maybe I didn't see him in How to Train Your Dragon. Maybe he's great in How to Train Your Dragon. Did you see it? It's got really good reviews.
No, that's why I was thinking of Pickup. That's right, because he is the.
I was
wig
gonna say
and
I thought
forgot.
I didn't know if like you thought it was it is him.
No, I forgot that like he did the live action movie. That's
Yeah.
like the connection.
So he could be.
Um,
I mean, that has great reviews, and if he was terrible, I think people would have noted
I
it.
also don't believe it's good. I think people
That's true.
just-
I
but
thought he looks terrible in it in the trailers. Like it looks like
terrible.
an actor in a costume instead of like real like Viking people. Like they could have done. It looks like they're on a sound.
The one
set, but whatever.
The one I really noticed in this one that tipped me off to me that he's not good, because yeah, probably some of it's the editing, whatever. He's in the phone booth, and the grabber's face is next to it, and it's a long monologue, and you can actually see Ethan Hawke's like chin kind of behind the mask, and literally it's just like whatever the main guy's name is, just him getting. He's supposed to be like angry. Like everything he's saying is like pissing him off. He's just like doing these like emotes of this like angry face for like a minute straight, and it's so bad. It feels like a young theater kid like trying to
Yeah.
like and complete opposite of like less is more. He's just like.
But what if he
Just,
like?
keeps,
What if he had a great take and Scott Derrickson was
Sure,
like, "Well,
sure.
you really got to show it more, like show it."
It could
more.
be, it
and
could
then he
be.
did that, and he's like, "Yes, more of that.
could be.
Just do that
Could
throughout it." Because like I think the thing
For
that
sure,
tips
it
me
could
off
be.
to is that Ethan Hawke is objectively a very good actor. He is,
Absolutely, he is.
and if
So,
even
I
Ethan
thought the girl
Hawke's
was better.
performances, if the girl is, yeah, she's better than the
She was
boy.
better than the boy for sure.
And she had a more demanding role too. But I just think so
It's
much
just weird.
of it
You're
is
like,
just-
is she the main character?
She is in this one,
It's like
for sure.
it kind of becomes more her,
Yeah.
but they still feel this loyalty of like,
family.
well, like
Family.
he's important. We got to keep kind of splitting time with him, and you just don't care.
But again, I think conceptually, like, I like it, some of it on paper, like as a way to expand this universe or whatever we want to call it. Like, I think on paper, some of it is like franchise. Yeah, like, I thought it's an interesting idea.
It is. It's right. Yeah.
Like bringing the family into it, bringing the because I think in the first one we find out the mom did have like she inherited the powers because the dad gets pissed at the daughter when she says she has like the dream showing her stuff. He's like, oh, that's what your mother did, and I think he's like scared she's gonna kill herself, and so it's like there is the connection to the mom, so that is interesting, but yeah, it just misses the mark, and I gotta say I feel like we might not think the main guy is as bad. I mean, he's still bad, no matter what. But you give him a normalized haircut, and I think part of the problem goes away from me.
Just instantly gets better. Yeah,
he does, He's just it's just goofy to look at.
It is hard to look at, but I also just think his acting is very.
It's not very good.
He's like a pretty boy. Like he's cast, I think, for the look. They're like, oh, he looks the part.
Well, I think he was a lot younger when they show the flashback. He was young for Black Phone 1.
He was.
Or The Black Phone. The Black Phone. Black Phone 2. Makes no sense, but whatever. And just like, yeah. I don't know. I would love to see it. I mean, well, obviously we never will, but I just would have loved to see. I really want to see just a quiet, soundless, no dialogue, trimmed up. What a unique movie going experience that would have been. And like, it probably would have been, there are a lot of people that would have seen that and hated it. But like, it's sitting at like a fucking 2.1 or something on Letterboxd. Like, it's like, sure, some people would have hated it, but I think you would have got more respect for actually doing something. To me, that would lend itself to his directorial style or like his like cinematography style with the graininess and stuff like that. I think it would have
Sinister, right? All those segments are dialogueless.
Yeah,
right. You're just watching, and they are effective. So I agree. That could have worked well.
Yeah, and like I think the story is all those goofy things like the kids coming up to the ice and carving like without them having to.
Wow, Bill.
But like they could have just, you take that out, take all the dialogue out, and you show a camp counselor with his name. You can put that together in a less goofy way, and it can tell the story. It's like he told the story. He showed and he told. He did both, and like we don't need both. And I think that was the biggest crime of the movie.
Blumhouse audiences do often need both, right? Like these are being made for the lowest common denominator. Well, Scott Derrickson, I don't think he's got much vision. I ain't seen any from him that like is more than the common denominator. Like it's just low
I think this
effort.
is just
it's
proof
not low effort. It's just bad. He doesn't have it.
I don't think it's low effort. I think he thinks it's great.
Yeah, it's not low effort. He's trying his best. His best is just not good.
Yeah,
and like that, I would say that's kind of my final thoughts would be like. The only way I see this being redeemed, and the only way I would be any interested in a third is you gotta get rid of Scott. Bring someone else in,
yep.
and keep the character of the grabber and just go somewhere completely different here, and just have a different style and tone, and just have more. Yeah, if you go on the Freddy route, have a little more fun, or I'd even be interested in like kind of sounds lame, but like give me an origin story for the grabber. How did he get into the like? Show me his first couple kills and designing the
These
mask.
were his
and
first
stuff.
couple kills.
That's true. I guess these were technically his
This
first
was
couple
the
kills,
origin
but
story. Just sucked.
Did they show him make the mask though?
No, we never got the actual mask.
That's what I mean. I kind of like just like him, kind of like formulating this character of like the grabber, and seeing maybe his first abduction go a little wrong or something. I don't know. Like I just because right now I just don't care about this character, and
To me, it didn't seem like. I know from a money perspective, it would be crazy for them not to, but like, where can they? It's like they could have set this up for. They closed all the doors here, like.
I don't think so.
But where
You
are we
can just
gonna
come
go?
back. It's just like like if you're gonna go Freddy, Jason, it's like these people die, and then they're just like back the next movie, and no one cares. It's just like they came through somehow. Like I think nothing to me at the end of this feels like the grabber can't return.
Yeah, but there's no like, what will be the story? Because this
Whatever you
one,
want,
there was like mystery of like, what is the back, like they were uncovering the mystery of the backstory of their family and of the grabber simultaneously. We've wrapped all that up. We've got it all. So now is it just gonna be him like, oh, I'm still angry and I'm gonna get you? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, there's a part of me that feels like they wrote this script to close it, and I hope so. Or I either hope so
There's
or
no chance. There's too much money involved. If they tripled the money they spend on this, like they'll definitely make more. There's no way.
I could see they
But
then.
that's
Yeah, I don't know. I just I hope they don't. If they do, I hope they. Because like it wouldn't make sense for them to only keep the grabber and have none of the rest of the characters. The Black Phone is so much about the
Good.
family too. It's so much about the family.
That's the problem here, because like
It
it's
is the
just they're so
problem, but-
uninteresting. Like you were comparing it to Freddy earlier and stuff, and it's like that's why this one doesn't work. Is like it cares too much about its main characters. Like in all those Freddy, like you always have a little final girl, someone you're following, but they ain't that deep. They're not
Yeah.
going into like their lore. You don't care, and like they just want you to care about this family situation so bad. And the first one, like slightly effective. It's nice. Like the cross cutting between like the sister coming to kind of save him through the like that's an interesting part of the first movie. But I just don't care about this family. I don't want to see more Jeremy Davies cracking jokes. Like it's just so bad. Like
Maybe
their
Black Phone
story
3
feels
will
wrapped
be,
up.
Finney and Mustang have a kid,
Yes,
and then
there
the
you go.
grabber comes after their kid.
Yeah, there you go. What about like Senior Bob like ice fishing, and he like pulls up the grabber mask, and then he puts it on and becomes the grabber.
He's the grabber. Yeah.
He's Wild Bill now.
I feel like if I had to choose I guess a favorite character, it probably would be Senior Bob. With
I liked him.
I thought like his character on paper, like he's a camp counselor that just he searched and searched and eventually had to give up, and the camp is kind of falling apart. And he gets some redemption at the end. He gets to call the parents and let them know that he found him. He is almost like more of like the Finney role in this movie than Finney, of like he's standing up to him. He knew Wild Bill. They have that confrontation when he's in his office, and the grabber's like talking to him through like the radio or whatever. And I thought that was
I
a
liked
pretty
that.
good scene.
The snow on the window. Was
Yeah, the
kinda
snow
cool.
in the window kind of is the mask. Like I thought that
That was a
seemed.
cool idea.
He's just like a more interesting protagonist than
Yeah.
Finney, because Finney is
I
really
really-
just there to like I've been through it before,
Right.
and then like
I know him.
yeah, the other thing,
I know what he wants.
yeah, some of the logic falls apart towards the end too. So with like, it seems like up into the part that it changes, it kind of is annoying in the way that it follows, breaks the rules at some point. But it felt like it broke the rules where like up into the point that happened. I'll talk about the point in a second. The grabber could only affect the girl, the daughter, in her dreams. And then on the ice, he's like axing the husband, and he's grabbing Finney. I'm like, wait a minute, he can just touch anybody now. So why hasn't he this entire movie? He's just choosing this moment to do it. Like, what's giving him this power to now affect everybody?
I hated the visual of like shaking nothing. Like I hate Finney is like on top of. I hated that. Just so stupid. Like I just thought like dumb.
Yeah,
it's not into it. I forgot we talked about Senor Bob. I did like from just a personal camp connection. I did like one of my favorite moments was them be like, "Oh, do you remember this girl?" And he's like, so many people come through here. Like, there's so many names every summer, and I've lived that where I forget people from 2 summers ago because you have like 50 people a summer." And then I like the idea of like the camp name is what. Well, it's really the picture.
And
the combo, the picture and the camp name. He has this kind of emotional reaction, and it works well. Where you're just like automatically like, this is a good person. Like this is someone who like left an impact, and I thought that worked really well.
Yeah, he's probably. I think he's the best character, the only redeemable character of the movie. I think he has a good performance for what it is, I guess. And yeah, I like his character arc. Yeah, you like him. And even like I think you switch the actor of Finney and you rewrite the scene. Like I was laughing because I was thinking of this scene and then just thinking of like I totally forgot what this scene meant. Is like when he's sitting with Finney outside, Finney's like smoking weed and they have that conversation. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that Finney was just like a fucking weed addict the whole movie and just
it's so stupid.
It's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. That's about it. I blocked it.
That's like when I did too. That's when Jeremy Davies comes back, and the whole like the daughter's like or the sister's saying like you gotta get off the weed, and he's like narc, and she's like I'm not a narc if everyone already knows Finney. Like just that whole exchange is just painful.
And the craziest part
it feels
is
like Scott Derrickson being like, kids should not be doing weed. Like it just feels like
it's just one of those conversations that I think like in that time period, do I think that maybe is the way a conversation like that would have gone? Sure. But it just feels so unnatural the way he does it. Like I think they did call each other narcs, and a brother and sister, they would say that. They would say that to each other, but like it just feels so unnatural the way they do it. It hurts. Like I'm not rolling my eyes in it when they're saying things that a kid would have said in that time period. But every time he just made it, I think it was the whole thing he did was like literally every sentence he had to throw in a slang term or a saying from that time period to be like, don't forget, I know what they used to talk like because I grew up then. Don't forget. And that's what it felt like to me. It's just like, Jesus, like I believe we're in this time period because you told me. I get it.
Yeah, I just thought everything with the. It also just feels so lame. It's like if there's any justifiable situation where a teen like that could blow off a little steam by going smoking on the porch, it's after what happened to this kid in the first fucking movie. Like he was kidnapped by the grabber and like experienced this awful stuff. It's like, as a parent, are you really gonna be that upset? If he's
as
just
an alcoholic parent.
yeah. It's like it's not even. It's not like they're showing him like going around town with the hooligans and they like fucking stuff up while he's smoking. He's just like out on the porch, just like, man, I got some trauma in my life. I gotta take it easy. And they're like vilifying it so much, and it's just so stupid. Like, and just her being like, it's okay, Finney, to admit that what happened to you was bad. Like I don't just like all that.
It's like Finney's repressed anger just felt bad,
and
fake, and What did you think? Did it get you? I know it didn't because it didn't get anybody. The dad, he's cleaned up his act. He's sober, and the kids leave. He's got his coin, and then there's like a point where like he's alone, and he's like, there's like a fresh cold beer commercial playing. He's like. Sweating it, and he calls up, and he's like, "I need a favor," and it cuts, and it's like him getting the snowmobile. It's like, come on. It's like, did anybody really think he's just gonna go back to drinking? Like, come on,
right? Because it isn't the commercial also like mountainy and like it's like also like the visual of Well, it doesn't make sense either. Like he gets there, he pulls up, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, I called in a favor."
I
It's
called
just
in a
like,
favor.
a favor for what? Like it's just like it makes
And
no
how
sense.
far was
that
it? I thought the camp was like
probably far as
somewhat
hell.
far for him to be
Yeah.
driving in like a snowplow. It probably
And he
took
just
forever to get there.
forever. And what's the thing? He just like remembers the camp because they're talking about early on, and he's like, "I remember that place. Didn't that close back in '73 or something?"
Oh,
Like
well, the connection is because the mom went there.
because the mom went there. Yeah, it's just
Shit.
like,
And that's the reason why he lets her go or something. Because I think they say like mom went to this camp or something, or it's a religious camp. I
Yeah.
can't remember what, like, because he doesn't want him to go.
He doesn't like that it's a religious camp, right? Yeah, he doesn't like that part of it, but it's because the mom went.
Yeah,
It's
but
like, I guess it's all right.
okay with it. And then
Yeah,
yeah, it's just
that is really funny though. I forgot that it ends with him being like, "What about that girl Mustang?"
it's so
Like,
stupid.
Dad, he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just
And the
saying."
funniest part is like you don't see either of them. It's just the aerial
it's just
shot.
it's just the audio.
So bad. Yeah, because
There's like other people like closing the gate behind them or
Yeah,
something.
I think it's Mustang, or it has to be. It's either
yeah.
Mustang or Bob or the other two people, or a combination of them. But yeah, it just was like, oh, Mustang. There's literally 0 point to that character.
I thought there was gonna be more. I thought they're gonna like force the love story and like it's gonna be this big part of the movie, and it just never is.
She's just country. She's country.
just
and
there.
she stands up for good. Yeah.
She helps clear out the ice, like the lake. They like plow the lake to like clear all the snow or whatever. It's just,
She stands up to the religious couple
right
to get them to help too. Which really, you take the three of them out of this movie, literally nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Yeah,
It objectively gets better. If anything.
just speed things up.
She's
a
just
little
like,
bit.
like I don't hate the idea of a character like Mustang, but she's so cartoonified that
Yeah,
she
there's
doesn't
nothing
feel
to
like
it.
a real. Like, why are you here in a cowboy getup in the middle
what do
of
you-
winter? Like, you really like horses that much, like that you're like, I am horses. Like everything
am
I do is Mustang. Yeah. She's like, what brand of what brand of snowplow is that? Is it Mustang? Otherwise, I'm not driving it.
Which I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I guess maybe the intent is supposed to be it's a camp name, but they don't really establish that or make you think
I
that.
guess,
it,
yeah.
it literally sounds like that's her name, but it's probably a camp name.
I think it's a camp name. Yeah, I think she
I,
goes.
kind
by
of, I didn't
Mustang.
think about that they like establish camp names, but they just don't piece that together
cares?
well. Where you're just like, what?
Yeah, I mean, like it, like I don't know. Do you remember what the mom's camp name was?
No.
But just because someone has a camp name doesn't mean that you are the personification of that thing. Like completely.
No, I know. But like you usually like pick your own off something that like I can see someone be like, I love horses. I'm gonna pick Mustang as my camp name.
Yeah,
that makes more sense at least. But
She rides a horse.
and
Makes sense.
right.
But like the cowboy hat does not come off once.
The get up
The
is
get up. It's the middle of winter. You're snowed in a
Right, it
blizzard.
doesn't
and
make
you're
sense
wearing
for
a
winter.
cowboy get up. Like
right.
I can
it doesn't
believe that
fit
you
the
like
vibe.
your name's Mustang and you rode a horse. I get it. It's like I just it'd be like if someone was like, hey chef, and he comes out with like a Chef Boyardee hat the whole movie, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Like, why are you wearing that? Just so bad, so disappointing.
It's really bad.
Because I didn't have high hopes, but I had better than the first hopes, and I cannot believe they couldn't pull that off. Like, especially with the premise of like, okay, we're gonna let him break the rules of reality. He's gonna be in the dreams, and like I love in the trailer, and it was cool in the movie too. Although it wasn't as cool when he because he has like a whip in this one as well. And he like whips her in the phone booth and like spins her, and she's spinning in place and blood splattering. And she comes out of the bunk and she's spinning in place, and like that looked cool. That's a cool visual, cool idea. Very Freddy Krueger, where like you don't see it. That was an effective one, I thought. Rather than the shaking, and like all that was cool, but it just had such a cool idea, and I cannot believe how much they dropped the ball. I just can't believe it.
No.
And
I know if I thought it'd be better than the first, but I thought it'd be better than what it ended up being, and it was just bad. Again, just bad, not like fun bad, just bad.
It almost couldn't have been worse, which is crazy. It's just
Yeah, it was
crazy.
crazy.
Because I mean, from shot one, that the green screen, that was everything you need to know was in that first shot of just like Rutro. This is what we're doing here, eh?
What's painful though is outside of yourself or some of the film people I know, like general public, everyone I've talked to, my barber, people at the office.
Talk to your hair and your barber.
Yeah, hair barber. Everyone's like, Saw Black Phone 2, pretty good. You gotta check it out. Like people are positive on it. And it's just like it just feels like people turn their brains off and just letting a studio tell them like this is good, you like this. Go consume more of it. And like I guarantee you they'll make another one because it's making too much money to not. I see it Halloween Horror Nights where like there's a phone booth and people just love it. They're taking photos in it. And it's like it feels like they don't really know anything even about it. It's just like the idea of like there's a scary phone guy. And I don't know, just like
But that doesn't bother me so much because I think when you think about Friday the 13th and Jason, like Jason's
you can
not
apply that
even
to
in the
other
first
stuff.
movie, really. Like the Jason we know, not even in the
Yeah, no,
first
he's
movie. When you think about like if you were to walk up to 10 people on the street and be like, so tell me what is the Friday the 13th franchise? It's just like dude in a hockey mask killing people.
For sure. It's just like the imagery, but
I think that's how
I
icons,
don't know.
horror icons, kind of come into you know, it's kind of the definition of like of an icon. It's iconic, especially now where like phone booths don't really exist anymore. It's kind of
Sure.
a
It's
cool like retro is really
cool
big right
photo
now. Yeah, it's a good photo op. It is to me. It's like especially now, like it's a cool idea of a way for him to commute, like of a bad guy to communicate through through a phone booth. Like I don't hate that. It's just to me, it's all execution.
yeah.
The execution is
execution's
bad.
horrible.
Where like all of the ideas, like I think if you were to able to just plop everything out of Joe Hill's brain, it would be great.
Sure.
But I think it's just he's giving them an idea and they're saying, let us run with it. And then he doesn't check their work. There's no way.
He doesn't get an opportunity to. Yeah, he doesn't. It's
I just can't believe
you're signing it away to the studio, and they're just doing with it what they.
Yeah, because I mean, there was like an interview with him saying like, I didn't really, they came to me, Blumhouse came to me and said they want to do a sequel, and I said I don't really know what we're gonna do, and Scott Derrickson pitched to them as like, what if the grabber comes back from hell? And Joe Hill was like, I like that, like that's an interesting idea, and I would imagine it stopped there with Joe Hill. They got his blessing.
Yeah, he wasn't super involved. Yeah, of course.
Because there's just no way. I've read Joe Hill. Joe Hill is a good, objectively good author. He writes a lot like his dad, to where like he writes great dialogue, great characters. He would not approve that dialogue or those characters. That he just wouldn't.
Yeah,
I just can't believe that he would. I like to hope not, at least. But I mean,
I
there's a difference between writing and film. So maybe he.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure there's also a bias of just like I'm sure he's happy that it is blossoming into an IP. Obviously, it's gonna get more eyes on his work and all of that.
Sure.
I think
he's making money off it.
He's making money.
Cut.
And honestly, like it's crazy, but like at the end of the day, as much as I hate this movie, which sucks. I think there's still worse. There's still the Strangers reboots. There's still MCU movies just shoveled out over and over again. Like at least this one had the potential to be an interesting IP instead of like I don't know if this felt like the reason why they were doing it was just a cash grab. I think they thought they had a cool idea and they did. To me, I think it is a cool idea.
I think all the studios are just trying to make money. Blumhouse is in the business of making money.
I know, but they're also taking risks with Megan too. I think that proves that Blumhouse is willing to take a risk, and sometimes it's not going to pay off by doing those extremes. And I'd rather that than them just say, "Here's Black Phone 2, another room, another kid." Like at least they're taking shots. I agree. But
the idea was interesting, just a poor execution.
Yeah,
I would not see another Scott Derrickson.
I think I'm out on Scott. I probably would just because
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
But if there's a new director, that would get me interested enough to be like, let me see how they're going to do this. It probably won't,
the
because
graininess.
he ain't
Is
got
just
nothing
part
else
of him.
going on.
Yeah, I think he's just too tied to the project. Like, it is very. It's so the whole thing. It's Scott Derrickson, for worse or for worse, but it is just him. I'd be surprised if they went with another director.
I would love to know Ethan Hawke's actual thoughts. Like, in a vacuum, he takes truth serum, and you're like, what do you think about this movie? Like, I would just love to hear.
I bet he would say it's really fun to play the grabber, and I bet it is.
Right, but that would be the question. It'd be like, what do you think about this actual product of a movie? Like, sure, you can tell your anecdotes. I was happy to do it. I love Sky's a good guy. It's a fun performance. It's something different that I do. All that's fine. But just like, what objectively do you think of this movie? I would just love to hear. It sounds like, is he at home with his wife, like laughing, like, Jesus Christ, like, I know I had to do this. It's too good opportunity, but like, this is fucking awful. Like, I just want to know how he actually feels about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think, like, when you think about, I always think of the what was it? Was it Kevin Bacon that was in like the LGBTQ camp that was like called like Them? It's also a camp slasher with Kevin Bacon. It's supposed to be. I'm gonna look it up because I think. Let's see. It's called
Camp.
They/Them.
That's a clever title for it. It's a slasher.
It's a slasher.
That's pretty good. It's a pretty good.
It's
title.
a group of teenagers at an LGBTQ plus conversion camp endures unsettling psychological techniques while being stalked by a mysterious mass killer. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, but I think it's supposed to be like absolute. It looked terrible. It's a 1.6 on Letterboxd. So I think at the end of the day,
Friday the 13th tie-in. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Ethan Hawke would probably be like, it's not very good, but I could certainly be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I think he's an I think, I know you don't love it, but I think The Grabber is, it's not on the level of like Terrifier, but like if you think about our, major horror icons of the last 15 years or whatever, I bet Grabber's got to be in the top 5 at this point. And like, to me, definitely. That's like that. I think that'd probably be really cool as Ethan Hawke. He probably would say, I'm the best part about this movie. And he'd be right. For me, at least, of like the character of the Grabber is the most interesting part about the movie.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I'm happy for him that he's gotten to.
Well, he's in another movie this year that I don't know. People are saying like could be in for Best Actor. Do you know?
Please give me. I miss his good performances. Like, he can be very good. And this.
I mean,
this
he was
ain't
just in the first Reform's not that old.
It's probably like 6-7 years old.
That's not that old for. I mean, for an actor like him to be in like a big, like great lead role, he's just not in that much anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot he's in. I mean, oh yeah, he's also. I forgot he's in Sinister.
Northman? Something. Was he in the Northman?
I don't.
Wasn't he the dad in the beginning?
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah. And he's kind of fallen into that like supporting. Right? Let me see for his newest first. Is it Blue Moon? It's either Blue Moon or She Dances that people are saying. I think it's him. Maybe it's Blue Moon. I think it's Blue Moon. It's Richard Linklater or Linklater, whatever his name is. Yeah. It's him and Margaret Qualley.
Oh wow! I mean, that's great to see them reuniting. I will tell you, I think Richard Linklater's fallen off. Nobody will admit it, all his fans, but his last couple movies, not good.
Wait, didn't he do?
I couldn't even finish.
He did Hitman. That was
couldn't
him.
Even finish it.
I gave it a 3. I didn't think it was terrible. I think it was like
I tried to watch it twice and I gave up 20 minutes in. and then Where'd You Go, Bernadette is awful.
I didn't see that one.
Awful. He's just kind of like lost it He like had a family as kids now, and he's just kind of like
What about Last
doesn't
Flag
have it.
Flying with Steve Carell, Bryan
No,
Cranston?
and it's weird. It's like a sequel to an old Jack Nicholson, and who the hell else is in that movie? Yeah, it's hard to even describe that one, but I didn't see that one, but I've heard it's not great. So yeah, we'll keep going back. Like, what's the last good movie he did? Probably Before Midnight.
Well, you really
He
like
did-
Boyhood.
Oh yeah, Boyhood. That's the last. That's the last great movie he did. I love Boyhood.
I don't
Boyhood's
think
fantastic.
I'm torn. To me, you want to talk about bad acting? That kid.
It's a flawed masterpiece. I think there's it's like the best
He took a
use
gamble.
of that term I've heard.
Yeah, I guess it's a masterpiece from a filmmaking perspective, but I mean, like, yeah, you just have to take that gamble with that of like, I'm gonna cast this kid, and he's gonna grow up, and I'm gonna continue to film him, and I hope to God he becomes a good actor, and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. He sucks
No,
as like a
he's not
teenager.
very
and
good.
He's awful.
Yeah, it's not very good.
He's good as a kid though, like as a young
he,
kid.
he has moments throughout, but he's definitely the weakest of the. But Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette are both really good.
They're really good. I just remember it not feeling to me like it earned its runtime at the end of the day because it's very long. I thought, right?
Very long.
It's like 3 hours or something.
It's at least 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. It's I've seen it a couple times and it really sticks with me. The storytelling is great.
Yeah. I would
The
maybe
acting is the
watch
weakest part.
again.
It's great. I think it handles like divorce well. It handles like obviously just childhood in general well, and fears and anxieties that you're having as you're going through high school and about to kind of set off as an adult.
I guess I didn't realize that the Linklater was the Before trilogy guy.
Oh yeah, I think to me those are like his best of all time.
It's like,
But he also did School of Rock. School of Rock is him.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fantastic. He did another one with Jack Black called Bernie. It's pretty good. It's based on a real story.
Yeah,
It's a really interesting story. What else he did? Slacker was what put him on the map. That was like filmed in Austin. He's like an Austin guy. He like grew up in Austin. But I feel like we're missing another one in there. Oh yeah, Dazed and Confused. That's like his.
I never seen that.
like-
And then Everybody Wants Some was like the sequel, right? Or maybe
was
not
like the
sequel, like
kinda,
spiritual successor.
Spiritual successor. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I never,
great. He's just
I never saw either of those, but I would.
yeah. He's good.
Yeah, I think, but the Before trilogy is good. I think maybe that's the only
I
one
love
that I
it.
like. I've only watched
Yeah,
them
those
each once, but like those really stuck with me. And yeah, I think Ethan
They're-
Hawke.
they're good.
I don't know the actress's name, but I mean those were like
Julie
roles of a
Delpy, I think.
lifetime, I think, and they nailed them. It nailed it.
Sure. And they were very involved with the creation. Like every time they come back together, it's like them two and Richard Linklater would sit in a room and talk about like, hey, how have we all aged in the last 10 years? It's important to like they kind of like wrote the characters themselves. So it very much is like all 3 of their movies, which I think is very cool.
Yeah.
They're so good. But yeah, to me he's fallen off. He's lost it. He's done unless he can somehow re-find it. But I'm like out. Like I don't even know if I would see that new one. I'm that far out on him, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's not a name that excites me, unfortunately, but I would like to watch Before trilogy again at some point.
it's so good every time.
All right, we're a little over the 2 hours, so let's wrap it up. I think next time we'll choose another movie. I think we're gonna potentially talk The Running Man.
Yeah, we should.
I would like to. Do you want to just say generally what you thought?
I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it
I
3.5.
It's right down the middle. Some things that work, a lot of things that don't. I think I already like the story, so that helps. Edgar Wright's in just like a very weird place. It's a very uneven movie, I feel. And I think my biggest takeaway, which I just got disappointed, I don't know that I love Glenn Powell in the role. He's not bad. I just don't think he was the perfect fit. Something feels off about him the whole time. But
Well, I think
he looks absolutely incredible. He's absolutely jacked in this movie.
he's got his tiny.
and you get to see a little booty in it.
He's just got such a small mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I liked him, and I thought he was fine. I thought he was good for the character they made Ben Richards, which was also simultaneously my biggest problem with the movie is that is nothing like Ben Richards in the book. Ben Richards
Sure.
is not a man you're rooting for very much. I mean, you are rooting for him and his family, but he's not the most likable guy. And you are very much meant to like love Ben Richards in this movie, and I think that was the biggest miss. It almost just feels like they didn't unlock Edgar Wright. Like they had some like restraints on him, and they didn't let him go full Edgar Wright. And I think it would have been better if they leaned into the Edgar Wright side of things a little bit more, or pulled back even more and not, restricted him. It's just like right in that middle area for me that I wish it would have just leaned one way or the other. But overall, I liked it. I think it's pretty true to the book as far as plot wise and events.
Compared to the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, it is way.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that one now. I'm just curious, but the ending, not what I was hoping.
There's no way. There's just no way. Nobody will do that. And
but there was like a nod to it. A nod.
I started to doubt where I was like, maybe they are. I was like, there's no way they can't. But like maybe. But then it was more just like I don't know what they're gonna do.
What's gonna to me
tone up to it.
Like if we're talking about studios trying to make money, what's gonna get people talking more than something like that? It would though.
Too negative though. People would be like, "This is unacceptable. This is in bad faith." Like it would be too. I don't know. I think it would just be too bad press.
You think so?
I do. I think.
Also,
I'll taking that context out of it too. For most people too, that's not a satisfying ending. I think it's amazing.
Not supposed to be.
But if I know, but if you look at like the general movie watching, like even if you remove that element, I could see them wanting to change it because people want a nice little bow. People want like a
that's
little.
The biggest problem. I didn't love the ending. We'll talk about more.
We'll talk about it
next time. But any closing?
It's better
thoughts?
than Black Phone 2. Yes,
it is better than Black Phone 2. Believe it or not.
Black Phone 2. Do not see it. It's not worth it. Others worth a watch if you're into horror or Nicole Kidman. Yeah, those are my closing thoughts.
Yeah, same. All right, well, sweet. Matt, and this is
Pat.
And we like the movies.
We like the movies. Give us the line from Black Phone 2. What's the iconic
I wrote because that's my review. It's
it's
something like
hell
isn't flames, Finney. It's ice.
Yeah, this is so
something
bad.
like, and like they made him say it like 8 times,
like many times.
It's like
it's so bad.
If it was once, it still would have been great. It still wouldn't have been great, but it would have been like okay, I guess. But like it becomes an actual catchphrase, which is just My review was hell isn't flames or hell isn't fire, Finney. It's Black Phone 2.
That's Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
Doesn't Finney use it at the end? He flips it on him before he like smashes his face into the ice. I think he flips it on him.
Maybe, yeah.
And
he probably is. Like, it's ice. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's what he does.
Yeah.
So stupid. All right, we're out of here.
All right, yep. I'm gonna play our song. All right, goodbye.
Don't tell me what to make. I don't care about your take. It's my channel, and I do what I want. Wow!